one that reminds me. I know I was talking high school football, but I did go through something similar to this when I was in high school. Um, where'd it go? Where's the video here? This is a good one. Look at this, Mikey. Imagine uh, being at a game or watching this in person. Now I had to turn the sound off because there's a bunch of music playing in the background as this is happening. This is what high school is this? This is in this instance, Mikey. This is from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Officials have said that 35 high school football players are now facing suspension following Friday night's last football game in Pine Bluff. I was at the Pine Bluff High School on so October 6th. So this is actually last Friday. This is about 10 days old now. But I just found the video of it because it just kind of went viral. And this is some fucking insane shit, man. Watch this video as everything just starts to pop off very quickly.
Oh.
Watch this fisticuffs right here. Look at this.
Oh.
These guys are going crazy.
Punching somebody with a helmet. Oh, yeah. Hit him in the defense. There you go. Punching a guy in a helmet. Punching a guy in a helmet.
Security guards getting thrown around. Coaches getting thrown around. I mean, just bombs getting thrown left and right. And the chaos. You should hear everybody just screaming. The fear that's going around. Everybody is super like freaked out by the whole thing.
Surprised nobody grabbed a strap.
Yeah, well, that's what you worry about in those kind of instances, is that somebody's going to do that, and thankfully nobody did. But there's actually video. Let me see if I can have this. If I have the actual video here. Did they take down the video? So they were actually, the local news was actually reporting live as this happened.
Oh my God.
So there's a view of it, and I'm going to try to catch up with the news and see if I can get this to work right, because I know it's been working weird. The audio has been weird on my desktop audio lately. So let's see if I can get that to actually work right this time when I cut to it. Why is it not showing what's on that screen? Did I not turn this on? All right, here we go. So let's skip here, and it'll show them. So here it is. Is there no audio? No, the audio is not working on this for some reason. I do not know what's going on. Why I cannot get this audio to play on this thing for some reason. But anyway, so they're going to go through this for a second. The blah, 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 blah. But here is the view that really matters. No, not this guy. Here it is. Here's where they were actually live at the thing the other night. So this guy's just sitting here. They cut to him, and then he sees a guy go bolting across the field. Steps out of the way, and then there is the beginning of the melee. And
that dude,
he got out of the way, turned the camera.
He moved the camera and then went running.
Yep. So there it is. I wish I could play the audio to see to show you guys what all the people in the community are saying. But yeah, most people are agreeing with the suspension because it's that was pretty nuts. So I went through one of those. I was in a bench clearing brawl. It was absolutely nuts. A lot of fun and pretty scary. Well, actually, it's kind of funny because I was... you know what? By the way, I missed this superfan donation earlier from Scott78. He just wanted to remind you that the Bills are better than the Vikings. Go Bills, is what he said. So is their record better than the Vikings right now?
Huh? Sorry.
The Bills record? That's a yes. Okay. And then I want to do a shout out. Carrie, the dude, is officially a Super League of Dummy members. Thank you very much, Carrie. Glad to have you, dude. Welcome for sure. You are the best. Love you, dude. Love you, love you. By the way, the phones are working. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862 if you want to call into the show. Mikey, you are going to... I'm wondering what you think about this, actually. I don't know what you are going to think about this next video I'll play for you. Now, I can tell you exactly how I feel about it right off the bat. I am not thrilled about it. I don't remember if there was audio on this. We might have to pause it. Might not be able to play the audio. I can't remember what the sound sounds like on this. So we'll play this. And wait till you see this, Mikey. Here's the future of racing. Envision Version Racing unveiled the world's first electric two-seater Formula race car.
A two-seater?
Yeah. Now, keep watching. Oh, did this fucking download the wrong video? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to lose my mind if this downloaded the wrong video. This better be the right one, because really what I'm trying to show you right now is not about a two-seater car. The thing I wanted to talk to you about is what's been unveiled right now. This is the wrong damn video. It downloaded the wrong video. Son of a bitch. So that's a cool F1 car that's going to be a hybrid. But here's what I wanted to talk about. There is now a self-driving race car that can drive up to 185 miles per hour and is going to be taken on the Abu Dhabi track next year. The Darla Super Formula SF23 relies on the latest AI to navigate and overtake rivals. It will take part in a race next April at the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. Now, that's the track that everybody was puking on this past year.
Because of the heat.
So, because of the heat, yeah, it was getting like 160 degrees Celsius. It's just like, I don't know, 110 in the car or something. I don't know. But they're talking about replacing the drivers now with, so here, actually, I can just play this and cut through this real quick. Here's the video of it. They're going to play a fucking ad, aren't they? Hold on, let me get through this ad, but I'll cut over to it and show you. But so, yeah, Mikey, would you give a shit about racing if there was no driver in the car and it was just about the engineers and their algorithms and whether or not that they could beat each other with the, with their algorithms, their AI algorithms? So this is
no. You mean there's not somebody sitting there with a remote control? Like if there's somebody sitting in like a building with a remote control doing that and like actually racing the car with a controller, that'd be dope. I'd be down with that. But if it's just AI and the cars are racing themselves, get out of here. I got zero interest.
That's exactly what it is. It's just they are being programmed via AI, and there's no driver in it. It just tells the car where to turn. The car, the turns it's using sensors and all that stuff, just like any driverless car would do right now, like a Tesla or anything else. It uses all the sensors around it, plus the advanced software that F1 already has in all of these cars. And it will be debuting, there you can see, in April 28th, 2024 in the Abu Dhabi Autonomous Racing League. So I never switched over to it. God damn it, I've been talking about it. Mikey, tell me that next time. Remember when I'm not showing what I'm talking about?
I thought we were still talking about that. I didn't know that was the car. I thought we were talking about the thing that was on the screen already.
Nope, this is what it actually will look like. So this is the autonomous vehicle, the extreme autonomous racing vehicle. Sorry about that, guys. I'm a dipshit. I thought I had pulled it up. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another Dumb Show. I am another Dumb Show host. This is issue number 120. Thank you guys all for joining me this evening. It's so nice to have you guys all here with me. As always, you know how good it is to have you guys streaming on my tube? Feels so good having you guys all on my tube, all up on my tube. It is, again, a good day because the phones are working. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862 if you want to give us a call. I just did a little test, and I do believe Secret ADS Mod did as well. So thank you to them for doing that very much. I appreciate it. I do see, I thought I saw for a sec there. I'm losing my mind. That was crazy. Maybe I was looking at yesterday's show. Whoops, I thought I saw Mikey there for a sec, but apparently, oh no, shit, I did. There he is. I thought I was going crazy. There he is, my man Mikey. What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm here. I turned off my camera because I'm still doing my thing a little bit.
Okay, cool. You're good. Well, I'll let you go back to that then. Good to see you here. Welcome. Get your toke on. Do what you got to do. Thank you to everybody who's here this evening. Shout out to all of everybody in the chat. I see. Looks like old Jerry Schmo was first in there. So shout out to Jerry for being first in the chat. I believe. Mikey's blowing it out over there. That's great. Hey, do your thing. Do what you got to do, bro. I don't care. It's your evening. Do what you got to do. So Jerry's here. First off, I appreciate it. Lady Di was close though. She said the stupid "learn more" button has gotten her again though. I guess that apparently is will throw people off. I don't know what that means really. I see PDJ is in there. What's up, PDJ? Secret ADS mod, giving love to Jerry Schmo, and of course we got all the usual crew in there. What's up to all of you guys? All of my official league members, all of my Super League of Dummies members, and of course Team Dumb Ultimate fans. Starting things out hot. Superfan donation from Phil Crevices. He said, "Where's my girl Angelina? Shout her out for the chat." Well, actually, strangely enough, Phil, that you say that, I actually have an email here from Angelina. Angelina says, "Hey, Dumb, I've been watching the replays lately because of working crazy hours. I wanted to thank whoever gave me another month of membership. Love the show and love you. Keep up the great work." So, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Love you too, Angelina. So there you go. Phil, that's why she's not in the chat. She's working crazy hours and watching the replays. So that's good news that, I don't know if there people were worried or whatever that she was not going to be hanging out or what the deal was, if there was some sort of drama. Sometimes there's drama in that chat. I know how it goes. There was plenty of it last night. For those of you who are not Super League of Dummy members and were not here, or Team Dumb Ultimate fans, if you are not part of the members only episode that we did last night for the Monday Night Football watch party, boy, you missed out last night. There was some heavy drama in there. Mikey brought up apparently a very touchy subject regarding yeah, it's okay, it's all right. I'm glad you. Hey, actually, it was great. It ended up, boy, the phones were lighting up. Everybody, we had people calling in and yelling and expressing their opinions. It was fantastic. I was in heaven. I loved it.
Yeah, we went for a while last night, man.
Yeah, we ended up going
sleepy when I woke up.
I was a sleepy boy too today, for sure. It was a long night, but it was a lot of fun. We had a great time last night. Everybody went off on each other. It was all about Amanda. For those of you who didn't watch it, it was there's a girl named Amanda who comes in the chat, and she's, if you listen to RMG, you're probably familiar with who Amanda is from there, just from her experiences with JLR. And she's been in the chat, and there was some, she'd said some things that riled some people up, and it caused all kinds of drama. And they really went off about her last night and the situation regarding her. Well, not about her, regarding the situation about her last night. So if Amanda's here, it'd be great for Amanda to pop in. I know she sometimes might lurk in the chat. I don't know if she watches after the fact, but whatever. It'd be great if she wanted to call in. So 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. It would be great if Amanda gave her side of the story. So speaking of sides of a story, somebody wants to know if I remember an old story. This is from Amy. She says, "Hi guys, I think I have a super old dumb memory, but I can't find any clips of it online, so I'm wondering if I'm misremembering. Maybe you can clear it up. Was there a psychic on the old show that predicted you getting divorced and meeting a girl with blonde hair and blue eyes? If so, it would be interesting to revisit the psychic and see what they have to say now. Love you guys. Have a great show, Amy." Boy, that sure does. At first, upon first reading that, I was like, I don't know if I remember that. But the more I kind of sat around thinking about it a little bit, I kind of sort of remember that. It was years ago. I don't even think we were probably even doing RMG TV at the time, so there probably is no like video clip of it. But I vaguely remember that. So I think that's a good memory there, Amy. I do believe that did happen, which is kind of crazy because it did happen. So
yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember when it was, but I just have this weird, vague memory of, I think it was either probably a psychic that called in.
It had to be, because there's no way the host would put a psychic on or entertain that, because to him, that's all hullabaloo.
We might have done it one or two other times, because there was somebody at a book was in town, or somebody's promoting some, or one of maybe Doogie's old contacts or something like that.
You guys always did have the authors in there and stuff like that.
Yeah. Randomly, I know there's been a couple psychics, I think, over the years, but mostly on the phones. But for some reason, that's really I don't know, it just sits there. Then I think that did happen. So I have another email here. It's from the dude. It kind of relates to that. Hopefully, my ex has decided to eventually forgive me for all the things I've put her through. This is from Carrie. This is from the dude. Mikey, it's National Forgive Your Ex Day. LOL. I don't think Carrie is down for that. I think she's, I don't know if you could see the top of her. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit there. If you can see what she posted in response to it, laughing, crying faces, and then a bunch of deer stuff. So Carrie still feeling jilted, as she's still a jilted ex. I don't think she's ready to forgive her ex just yet. Carrie, the dude, is still upset. But that made me laugh when I saw it. So are you there yet, Mikey? You ready to forgive your ex? Or do you think your ex is forgiving you? Or do you think both of you are just like, who gives a fuck?
I ain't mad. I wasn't mad to begin with.
Just feels like...
Nothing to forgive.
Well, yeah, I mean, she put you through a lot and said a lot of things that upset you, actually. So I would disagree with that.
If anything, she was just being honest with me, telling me she wasn't sure she wanted to be in a relationship with me. So
yeah, but the mama's boy stuff and talking shit about your job.
Whatever. I am a mama's boy. I'll own that shit.
But talking down to you about some of the things that you
my mom
like
just dropped off another gallon of fucking apple cider for me.
Oh, nice. How nice.
And some pumpkin bars.
Oh, no, that's good. Now, I'm not a huge pumpkin bar guy, but I will tolerate them because of all that cream in the middle. That cream cheese filling they put in those things.
See, she didn't know. No cream cheese filling.
What's in a pumpkin bar then?
It's a pumpkin bar with more of like a cinnamon glaze over the top of it.
Like a banana bread kind of deal? But like pumpkin?
No, more like thick brownies.
Interesting.
Like a pumpkin bar.
I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin bar then. I thought I was maybe, oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of pumpkin
roll. Yeah.
Oh.
This is supposed to have the cream cheese frosting on it, but my mother decided to do a different type of glaze that she does.
Cinnamon glaze. Okay. All right. These actually look pretty tasty, to be honest with you. They look like carrot cake. They taste kind of like carrot cake?
No, tastes just like, yeah, dude. Pumpkin is the best taste in the world.
It's all right. I'll tolerate it. I don't love it. I don't like fake pumpkin flavor too much. So.
But you got no taste buds. You don't even like American sliced cheese.
Hold on, Mikey. I asked and ye shall receive. I mentioned Amanda.
You are welcome, sir.
Amanda is on another dumb show. I mentioned the drama in the chat regarding Amanda earlier, and I asked if she was here, if she would give us a call, and here she is. Amanda, how are you? Long time no see.
I'm fine. Yeah, how are you guys?
Good to hear your voice.
Amanda?
I haven't really listened anymore just because people in the chat are just so the way they are. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be around it, you know?
That's fine if you feel like the negativity is not something that's good for you. If you felt some negativity, I wouldn't say it's all negativity there, but at times it can be.
And if some.
Yeah, when if it comes to you, if it bothers you, I understand, totally get it. You can watch with the chat turned off, I think. So.
I know. Mikey told me to do that. I'm like, yeah, I might just do that. Like, just X that out and just forget it and just like listen and and watch videos when you guys do it, of course.
There you go. Just avoid the drama then.
Because I'm just like got so much stuff on my plate anyways. I'm like, you know what? That's just gonna pile on to it, and I cannot deal with that right now.
Right on. Yeah. Well, that was the big beef last night. Really, was apparently something you had said along the lines of that you were choosing to intentionally get people sick. Is what the allegations were. You were saying that to people that you don't care about. You only care about animals. You don't care about people, and that you are going to intentionally get people sick when you're sick, and especially children. That was the allegation.
Well, I'm glad that they're like hooked on that shit. Because I mean, I really don't care for people, and this is why I don't care for people, because of this exact reason. Yes, I like people a lot less than I like animals. Animals are better than people, but intentionally get them sick, like I don't give a crap if I get you sick. Like that's whatever, I've been doing this stuff since like elementary school. Like I would go to school sick because I was just like that's just how I am. Maybe it's selfish, I don't know, but I don't like go around licking shopping carts and this and that and sneezing and coughing on people. But if like I'm sick and you get sick from me, then okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
It doesn't affect me anymore. I mean, it's not like, I don't know. Maybe it's a shitty way to view things, but it's literally been like that my entire life. So it's not anything special.
Okay. Well,
But,
yeah,
I mean,
the
it's
way it
cool
was
they're, like,
implied
hooked
was
onto
that,
this, but
yeah,
whatever.
the way it was implied is that you were like, hold on, the cat's getting the camera. Cal, go away from the camera, baby. Good kitty. It was implied that you were like going out and you were with COVID coughing in babies' faces at the grocery store and stuff is kind of the way it was. They said that you.
I mean, here's the thing though, like, this is the thing. You can't tell what people are, how it's coming out across a text message, or, you know what I mean? So for me to say, like, I don't care, like, they could take it that way. But at the end of the day, I'm not going and coughing in babies' faces and sneezing on them and, doing whatever.
That's good.
That's just, that's not something I would do. But as a whole, like, yeah, I absolutely like animals way more than I like people, like, any day.
Okay, well, that's understandable.
But,
I know there's a lot of people. B1's probably that same way, and I can be that way at times. Animals are,
well, she's totally doing exactly what I would do in life. Like, I want to do what she's doing because I love animals as much as she does. So it's like, I love that she does that.
Well, get a job at a vet tech office. It's something you can do. It's not a hard thing to do. I mean, you don't have to become a vet tech. You can be an assistant, I think, and still, because Brittany's not officially a vet tech, but she does all the vet tech stuff. No, she went to school for it and never actually got the actual certificate for it because, I don't know, there's a million different things that happened at the time. And so, she just got a job as an assistant and has worked her way up to the point where they trust her enough to do some procedures. And Ohio has different laws where there are some procedures she can't do and there's some that she can do as a tech. So, or I'm sorry, some that she can't do because she's not a tech, and then some she can do because she's only an assistant. So it's definitely a good, get a foot in the door, go be a receptionist or something at one, and then, slowly work your way to the back. That's kind of a good way to get a foot in the door job, at a vet tech or a veterinary office.
Totally. I just don't know if you guys care or not, but like this weekend I have like a ginormous sale coming up. Like it's like one of those I think I bit off more than I can chew kind of thing, but I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna wing it and see how it goes. But it's like every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's gonna be so big.
Well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm working
like,
Friday. I'm working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday too. I got a whole packed weekend of weddings, so I understand the nerves that go along with that. But I'm sure you'll do fine. Don't worry about it. It's just an opportunity for you to make more money. You know what you mean?
Right. I want to also clarify. Yesterday, I swear on everything, and I promise I swear this. I was not trying to sound rude or catty or whatever. If it came across that, I do apologize. But I was literally just wondering. Like it was just a question. Like what does the $199 get you a month? It wasn't like, oh, what the hell? It wasn't it wasn't like, oh my God, like what does it get you? It was more like, so what does this get you? What is that? That's what I was wondering. It was not at all like rude, because when you're like, I'm sorry, it's not for everybody. I'm like, no. I swear it wasn't supposed to sound like that. I was just wondering, what does that get you? That's all.
All right, cool. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad that I didn't upset you, because there were some people that were upset with the tier changes. So the $1.99, what that gets you
that
is...
was like hilarious. They all attacked me yesterday because of that. I was like, I seriously just asked the question that was like, there was nothing like negative in it. And I was like, why is everyone attacking me?
Right on. Well, Amanda, you know me. I try to stay out of it and try to stay neutral with everything that goes on with the chat. But you know how it goes. But it's good to hear your voice. I'm glad to hear you are around and that you're watching a little bit, and that you are, if you're catching up on replays or either way, it's just good to have you around. And then I hope, what's going on with the...
I'm always here.
What's going on with the house arrest and stuff, with the whole situation with the when you got alleged you were accused of threatening a neighbor's kid or some other somebody's kid. So it's all wash. It went away.
It's pretty much squashed. No, I'm on probation for a year, but like what they did, they gave me like, I don't know what you call it, but it's the least like level of probation. Like I don't have to call in. I don't have to do anything. Like I literally just am on it. And they're like, obviously you don't get in trouble, so just stay out of trouble. But probably in January, I can just go back to court and they can just get it cut in half by 6 months for like good behavior or whatever. And then after a year after that, I can go back to court and get it, what's the word, expunged or whatever. So that way it like never happened.
Yeah, though, that's good. So it'll
It's
be off your record
pretty
and you
much
can
that,
just
yeah.
live a normal life like it never happened. So that's good. Well, that worked out nice because I knew you were real worried. They were trying to throw the book at you there for a little bit. So that's good to know that it didn't turn out so
Well,
ugly for you.
yeah. Well, it was funny because the judge's bailiff came up to me and he's like, I just want to tell you, like, I know why you're here, and I think it's screwed up that you're here because I did the same thing, but I threatened a kid in his face. I went to the school and did it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I did it in writing. Yeah, that's bad, but he straight up told me, he's like, I just threatened a little kid. And I'm like, oh my God. So, like, everybody was on my side. They're like, it's just the law. It's nothing you can do. You did what you did, but everybody was on my side, and everybody felt bad for me, which is phenomenal.
Well, that's good. Well, like I said, I'm glad that things turned out that you're just, got that easy Pro B and you don't have to go drop and do all that stuff and you just kind of live a normal life and just kind of make sure you mind your P's and Q's and keep your temper under control, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm saying it out loud in the wind. You know what I mean? Like, if you get my drift, so I can still say it. I just say it when no one's around, and it's still out loud, but no one hears it.
There you go. Well, just be careful and stay out of trouble. It's good to hear from you, and I hope to see you around more. And again, yeah, if you don't want to go with the chat and everything, then obviously just shut it off and just watch the show. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's what Mikey suggested. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea, and I should have done that in the first place because I don't need to be around toxic stuff. I don't need to see it. It affects me in the worst way.
Well, again, like I said, if it's bothering, it's not for everyone. I totally understand that. There are tons of people who watch who have nothing to do with the chat. So I totally understand. So don't feel weird or anything like that. But you're always welcome back if you want to come back and hang out with the league. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, I'm always here. Trust me, I'm here. I'm just lurking in the shadows like a creep. I'll just admit that, like, I'm here. I'm watching, but you just might not know.
All right. Well, good stuff. That's good to hear, Amanda. I appreciate it, and thank you for your support. Good luck.
You're welcome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bye on. Okay, well, there you go. So I don't think that was a direct denial of the allegations, but we got yeah, I kind of said and don't give a fuck a little bit. Mike, it sounds a little bit like, no, kind of a little bit like you. Yeah.
Own it.
I said it, don't give a fuck. It's too bad. So, let's see. It's interesting that she brought up B1 and all the vet tech stuff. I had an interesting day where, a scary day actually. The old Bean Arena there. I was out in the kitchen and I was making myself something to eat, and I was just kind of standing there, just kind of like essentially I just poured like noodles in water. So I was just kind of like looking at them as I poured them. So it wasn't like, it was quiet, like at that point. It was after I'd already poured them, so it was no loud noises. It was just kind of chill. And I'm looking at these noodles starting to boil. And all of a sudden I hear this thud come from the living room. And then Darla just come sliding across the floor going like a cartoon, just and then smacks into the entertainment center under the TV. And then she kind of gets up, and I can tell she's a little disoriented. And then she's walking towards me, and she's doing this. She's like shaking. And I'm like, what is going on with this dog? Because it was just odd the way she came sliding across the room. It was just so strange. Nothing made her do it. So I don't know if she slipped and like if she rolled off of the couch and fell and then just scared the shit out of herself and like got up and ran. But I picked her up and she would not stop shaking. She was just like in my arms shaking, and her tail.
Something scared the shit out of her. I'm guessing she probably fell off the couch having a bad dream, running after some cats in a dream, clunked her head, and went
I don't know,
running
man.
crazy style, man.
I started freaking out because when she started to walk, she was walking funny, and her one leg was like, she was kind of like pulling her one leg up. So I stopped everything I was doing. I ended up not even eating dinner because I called B1 to get her over here real quick to figure out what's going on, because I thought she was having a seizure or something because the amount of shaking that was happening and the whole just the way she lost control walking across the floor. It was just so odd. So B1 got here and looked her over, looked her up and down, and was palpating or whatever, feeling her all over to make sure, is it her legs or her toes or elbows or shoulder or whatever. And then she kind of started perking up a little bit more. and like she kind of started to get a little bit back to normal. Her tail started wagging again, which was good. But then when she started to walk, I was looking at it and I'm like, man, she just looks a little off when she's walking. And then B1 looked at it and she goes, she's hunching her back. She's got a little hunch in her back right now. Because usually Darla, for being like a little, turd of a dog, she's like just long enough that she looks kind of long and short. And so B1 was like, let me see her, and picked her up, and she started feeling along her back, and she hit a spot in Darla's back, and Darla went, and like you could tell it visibly hurt her. So I think she's going to be okay. She seems to be have gotten through it all right, and she's jumping up and down off of the couch on her own and everything now. So I think she's okay. But it was quite a scare, man. I was really freaking out for a minute when she was shaking. I didn't know what to do.
Oh, I would have had a stroke.
I was like I was just holding her, and I was just like petting her, going, "You've been through so much already. We'll get you through this. I promise you, I nursed you back to health. One time, I'll do it again. You're gonna be fine. You'll be fine." And I'm like, I don't know if she hit her head maybe when she hit the entertainment center, but she just seemed so disoriented. And that's what was I think making me the most nervous, was how just kind of like out of it she was. So thankfully I had B1 here who is not officially a vet tech, but it is National Vet Tech Week. So I do want to give B1 a little shout out and say thank you for being a great vet tech and taking care of all the animals. She does a fantastic job doing that. So so there you go. I guess she's getting all kinds. They're doing all. I wish there was a national YouTube guy weeks where like people give you like food because they're getting snacks from where she works and stuff. Hey Cal, stop that. Cal, could you please stop scratching up my couch? He's just literally just ripping my couch apart right now. Can you hear that?
Oh, I do hear that. That's a foot stomp and a
Kal-El.
rolled up. That's a spray bottle. That's something.
Stop. Oh, one last good one he got in there. The one that was hooked in there. He's like, oh, let me just do this one last. And just
yeah, no, there's none of that. None of that going on at this house. There's no furniture that's being scratched.
Yeah, the cats have destroyed my couch.
I'll lock the cat in the bathroom. I'll lock the cat in the bathroom for 12 hours. I don't give a shit. You're grounded.
Oh, I can't. There's two of them that both do it. It's impossible. It's just.
I put one in the one. I'll put them both downstairs. If I don't know which, and like this cat, dude, if I leave any food on the counter, any food,
yeah,
doesn't matter what it is, that bag is on the ground, the paper bag, the plastic bag, whatever it is. It's chewed through and gone, dude. the cat, my black cat, or this little one, ate all the toppings off of a Pizza Hut pizza slice. Monday morning.
Yeah, that's
like all
funny.
The peppers, the sausage, the pepperoni.
The cat ate all that.
That was all gone. Yeah, it was all gone.
That's great. Phil Crevice says that the cats are cool, but they need to be declawed. I disagree with you. What? I'm not for declawing. I can't do the declawing, man.
That's like cropping ears or cropping a tail. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah,
abuse.
I'm not for all that shit at all. So the phones are ringing. It's great to see everybody calling 844-HIT-THUMB, 844-448-3862. Right now I have Jake, not drunk Jake, on the phone. What's up, Jake? How are you, bro?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good. What's up?
What's up, Jake?
Yeah. Hey, Mikey. I'm like 10 minutes behind, so don't kill me. But I just heard the Amanda thing is the follow up from last night, and like I'm not like I know it's like all positivity and trying to keep it cool, but I gotta say, I know she's like all animals and and I care about animals more than I care about people. Well, guess what? I care about my kids more than I care about you. So you come at my kids, you get my kids sick. How would you feel dumb if one of your boys slept with a chick who gave them some kind of shit they couldn't get rid of, Mikey, and they but like that seriously impacted them for the rest of their life. Like I get, like you don't have to like people, but you gotta respect people enough to like not do that kind of shit. Not like you can say it all you want, but
right.
no one's gonna sit there and look and to like not for nothing, but like not to be like. I mean, you can feel that way, but from what I heard, she got kids. I don't want nothing to happen to her kids. I'll tell you what, she gets my kid sick, I'm going to hit her with a tire iron. So, I mean, it's, I mean, like, because you don't know what you're going to do to someone. I mean, whether you believe in COVID or my kid had a fever of 104 last week.
Oh,
like,
jeez.
It's yeah. I mean,
scary.
Like, I was terrified. So like, I don't know. And maybe I'm just too close to it because I've lost a kid. I've had kids real sick. So
Oh my goodness.
it's one of those things you don't. Yeah. So I mean, you don't want to you don't know what other people are going through. So to like say shit like that, and again, I'm not trying to start nothing, but just like maybe she'll hear this and she'll be like, damn, I didn't consider that. But take other people's perspective into mind, because no matter how you feel about people in general, it's like, okay, well, I like people more than animals. I'm not going to go out and fucking hit a dog with my car. That would be awful. That'd make me a terrible person.
I guess you're right. That's just, one doesn't make the other. Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right, for sure. And I understand what you're saying. And I just didn't feel like lambasting Amanda or whatever.
I know, and that's why I'm not
into her. But I do disagree with going out and getting people sick. I think I said that last night too. Like, if I'm sick, I stay home. It's just the way it is. It's just part of the common courtesy.
Come from two different schools of thought. Like, she obviously grew up in a house where you're not sick, you're going to school no matter what type of deal. And
I did have that life.
I did too.
I had that life, but it wasn't cool because I was sick and I have to go to fucking school. It was fucking terrible.
And don't get me wrong, I've gone to work before where I was sick, and Mikey, you've gone to work sick. I mean, and you work kind of sick.
I'm working right now sick. I still got a fever.
Exactly. No, and I've gone, when I worked in an office, I would go to work sick occasionally, but I'd like tell everyone, like, hey, look, I gotta stay in my corner. I'm not messing with no one. Like, I'm only here because I can't miss work. Like, work's not gonna be like, you can go. But that's different than being like, I'm sick. I'm getting not that she said you got in people's faces, but like to blatantly do it. Like, I still, if I was sick, I go out to the store, but I go out late when I knew people weren't there, or I'd, instead of going into a restaurant, I just do a curbside pickup, or I do drive-through or something like that. Like,
I mean, I do have to admit, I would lose my mind if I was at the grocery store with my kid and somebody just walked up to him and just went in their face. I would be.
Well, yeah, but she also said she's not doing that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, yeah. But it's also people who drive like assholes. Like, you don't know if there's a little kid in that car, and you don't know. I mean, I'm a pussy driver, so I don't care. But I mean, like, that's the other thing. Is like, I drive with a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old around in my car. Like, I don't want people. I drive defensively because I don't want nothing to happen to my kids. Just like I don't want nothing to happen to another car because I don't know who's in that other car. So I don't know. It's not like a personal thing. It's just like a general respect for people. Because, if I were sick.
I mean, it sounds like
I had.
You mentioned you obviously have a major dog in the fight because you mentioned your kids multiple times, and you said you had even, and sorry to hear this, you'd even lost the kid at some point in time.
Yeah.
What happened? Was it a car accident or something, or?
No. She was stillborn when she was.
My
wife
man.
was, we were a week out from giving birth, and she just,
That's heartbreaking. Oh, I'm so sorry that you guys had to go through that. That poor woman. Oh my goodness.
Well, I know. So, and it's one of those things. I mean, and that was, God, 7 years ago now. So, I mean, like, even that, like, you don't realize the impact, and that was no one's fault, but you don't realize the impact of like how little tiny things that you don't even know impact people. And like, if you, like I said, I love my wife, I love my family, but you fuck with my kids, I'm gonna hit you.
Different side, it comes out. I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's kind of how I look, and that's why a lot of times people are like, "Why I freak out? Why do I freak out about certain things?" Because sometimes those things, like in the way it, like I relate it right back to being a parent. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of my losing my temper, a lot of that before when everything happened the first time around. That was because there was stuff that was being directly implied that was going to then eventually potentially affect income, which then potentially affects the kids. That's where then my brain in an instant goes. You know what I mean? So then I immediately go to rage mode and protect mode. And so I go nuts. So I understand it, Jake. I totally get it, my dude. So, well, again, I'm very sorry for your loss, but I do appreciate
that wasn't me like trying to get pity or sympathy or nothing. It's just, you, like I said, you don't know what people go through. It's one of those things I don't want other people to think like, just, you can have all the beliefs you want. I want to go out while I'm sick. That's fine. Like, do it, but also don't, don't endorse it. Don't praise it. Don't be like, I'm going out and if I get you sick, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Fair enough.
And
all
Mikey,
right, Jake.
no matter what you say, and you know what, Mikey, fuck you. No matter what you say, you wouldn't do that shit. So don't even try to defend that bullshit.
Wouldn't do what? What wouldn't I do?
Oh no, you wouldn't go out and you go out sick, but you wouldn't go into a crowd of people. You wouldn't go around your family if you were sick. Like if you were real sick, you might go home and be like, hey, I'm sick, and have take care of you or whatever. But you won't go out into a group of friends and be like coughing and hacking with a feet like. Oh,
I think he would.
Shit where you're gonna...
I think he would. We're talking about Mikey here, Trap House Mikey. I mean, this is a guy who's been around the block here.
I was just thinking I would definitely be like, I don't know, sharing a joint with somebody, sharing a stem with somebody. If I was,
But you'd think about it. You'd think about it and be like, should I?
Yeah, well, that's it is. You probably feel bad after you do it. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's what Jake's trying to get at. You might do those things.
Most of the time when I'm sick, I'm
Mikey's
the biggest pussy. I'm the biggest pussy. So most of the time when I'm sick, that means I'm just sitting in a chair, just thinking I'm gonna die. Like even with the most common tiny little cold. So the fact that I'm even working this week is a miracle. Like I should be calling in sick and laying on the couch.
I feel like I'm starting to get sick and dying here, talking about being sick, getting people sick at this point. So I think we'll wrap it up at that point, Jake. I appreciate it. Thank you for the call, and we'll see the battle ensues between everybody and Amanda. It keeps going. So I got a couple people on hold. Again, I pay for these damn phones, so I'm going to answer them. PDJ, you're on another dumb show. Thank you for holding so long. I appreciate it.
No, you're good, bro. What's up?
Not much. Long time no chit chat. How are you, sir?
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on, Mikey? What's up, chat? So I wanted to actually ask you a real question, Dom.
Okay, yes. What's up?
So I want to go back to the old show days.
Okay.
I picked up on the show when I moved out towards Cleveland around 2012, I think.
Okay.
And at that point, I really wasn't into radio and stuff like that. I was kind of into Howard Stern a little bit, but I don't know. I didn't have a thing about radio.
Okay.
But I heard you guys, and later on, I started actually falling into fandom of the show. So I met you right before you left the first time.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of your life, and now that I'm watching your podcasts and stuff, I think a lot about how I've seen you. You're a father. You got a host of animals in your house. How do you I don't know. How do you feel about how your career in this broadcasting industry has been?
I'll be honest with you. I feel like I put all my eggs in one basket, to be honest with you. I mean, to tell you the truth. But I did learn a lot, and I was fortunate enough to build my own little following to really be able to enable me to do this. So no, it's not the path I was expecting by any means. But again, I kind of just put all my eggs in the basket that eventually I was going to get paid where I was at, and it just didn't work out. And so I kind of, it kind of got to a point in radio where if you weren't going to make it at that point, you weren't going to make it. It basically was my view of it, unless I wanted to move all over the country, which I should have done really honestly from the beginning. But I had kids and was married, I guess, at the time. So moving all over the country wasn't really an option for me. Well, I mean, it could have been, but I didn't because I was, I was being loyal to the show because that's what I thought I was supposed to be doing. So that was it.
You're a rageaholic. We've witnessed this for decades now.
Yeah.
Through your broadcasting stuff. How are you really dealing with being a parent and these animals just eating your stuff while you do your show.
Why am I not raging out? Well, because they're the animals I don't ever rage out on ever. And the kids I did a lot of anger management. I read that anger management book, and I went to some therapy that was very helpful, and I'm on medication now that I think that kind of helps level me out a little bit so I don't get as hot as quickly as I used to.
Now, is
So
that the
probably helps when you deal
medication,
with
or are
it.
you just aging?
I think it's probably the
Combination.
medication. I don't know if it
It's got
has
to be a
anything to do
combination of
with
the
age.
three. Getting wiser and older, the medication, the anger management, life lessons.
No, I still make all the same stupid choices and bad mistakes and put myself in bad situations. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. I mean, I'm still a dipshit. But I don't know. I just try not to rage out in the middle of being a dipshit.
I'm only asking this because, like, I feel myself getting older a little bit, and I've always been like an entertainment guy too. I've always chased it and did what I do on my own. But I also like rage out and stuff, and I just feel myself mellowing out as I'm getting a little bit older.
Maybe it's an age thing. I mean, I honestly don't know because I still get angry. I just think I've learned ways to control it now. Or I try to control it before. Before I really just didn't care about controlling it. It was just, it also like when I was on the show, it was like, fuck it, it's at least entertaining if I fucking rage out. Who cares? People fucking think this is entertaining whether I'm gonna get in trouble or not. At least it's fucking entertaining. You know what I mean? So that was, part of the way I think my brain worked. And I think that would kind of trickle into real life where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm so used to raging out at work and getting away with it. So I'm just going to fucking rage out everywhere else. So I think maybe I had that kind of going for me. And then I'm telling you, that book that I read, man, you should read that book. If you're thinking your rage is a problem, read Beyond Anger. It was the fucking best thing I ever did.
Well, I don't know. I started just kind of laughing at everything now, and like, I don't know. I used to rage a lot, but now it's just like everything just, I don't know. It's like almost comical how I look at everything anymore.
Well, that's good. Well, I guess that's a good way to do things. Find laughter in the darkness, as they say.
Maybe, but I don't know. I appreciate you taking my call, bro. I really appreciate it, and I'm proud of you, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Good looking out. Right back at you, dude. Thanks for calling. And thank you for hanging on. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, sir. Peace.
Peace out. PDJ, and the phones are going crazy. I got 2 more people on hold, so let's just do it. We'll do open lines, then we'll take a break in a little while, and then saw Becky in there asking about fantasy football. Yes, we will be doing a fantasy football update today. It is Tuesday after all. The dude, Carrie from Rochester, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so first I want to say, Jake, sorry for your loss. And Dom, I'm really happy Darla's okay. Like, that's really, really scary. Okay, so I called in, like, I've been on hold a long time. I keep forgetting. But, okay, so I have no ill will against Amanda. Like,
Okay.
But, like, she literally, like, tried to make us all hate her. Like, she just put in all these comments and then, and then she, I don't know.
It sounds like you're saying she did all that and then acted like a victim. Is that where you're going? Like,
yes, dude, and mental health is a real thing. I just think she's sick, and, like, I think, like, she needs some help. Like, I don't have any ill, but, like, dude, it's not, you can't just say things to people and then not expect them to have reactions.
yeah, free speech does have reactions and does have consequences in this world. That's for sure. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna hear back about it. Take it from me. I understand.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Are you crying?
Okay.
You sound like you're in tears.
Yeah, I've had a really bad day.
What's going on? Because of the ex?
Yeah.
Because of it's
yeah, no. So no, I don't even care about that. No, earlier, so I went to clean at the place at the crack spot on Monroe. I went to vacuum the hallways earlier, and and so I was leaving, and it's like on his street, and I was driving away, and I saw him walking their dog, their new dog, dude. It's just like it's just like a knife. It's just like a knife twist in the back every time.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, don't fall into old habits. Just stay with it. Listen to the show. Talk to everybody in the chat.
Dude.
And
So I'm
burn
really
one
trying
down.
hard because listen. So I saw this thing where, like, if you get instant mashed potato powder, and dude, I'm really fighting the urge not to go buy 10 or 15 pounds of it and just put it in this lawn, because next time it rains, it'll just be full of mashed potatoes.
It's actually pretty funny.
I think I might have to do it, but
that's really good.
Whatever.
That's a really mean way to get some back at somebody. You put that shit in like their gas tank. I didn't even think about that. That just expands.
He doesn't even have a car.
Oh, okay. Well,
Fuck him. I'm just gonna do it to his lawn.
all right. All right, Carrie. Well, I hope things turn out better for you for the rest of the day. Enjoy the chat. Get in there and chit chat with everybody.
I'm glad Darla's okay.
Me too.
Mikey, good job at doing better.
Thanks, Carrie.
There you go. Way to go,
All
guys. Right. Look at everybody. What a team.
Bye.
What a team we got here. I love it. Oh, sorry, I hung up on Carrie. All right, so I was trying to keep up with the chat here. Let's see here. B4 is asking about fantasy football. Yes, we will definitely get to fantasy football here in a little bit. But I got him on the. Should I grab Curious George, Mikey? I got him sitting here. He took the time to write all those questions. Should we just ask a couple questions and then take a break, and we'll come back and do fantasy football?
Is that what he's calling for? Or does he
I'm assuming, unless there's something else. I'm just, I am speaking for this man, Curious George. What's going on? You're on another dumb show. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. So while I was on hold, I know you want to hear what's going on and if everything's working. I could not hear Carrie, and I could not hear PMJ, but I could hear you and Mikey. Just throwing it out there. I don't care to know if you can.
No, I do. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you.
Okay. And yeah, it is about the trivia thing. Did you want to give it a shot, Mikey? Are you okay with that, Dummit? Because usually you provide behind-the-scenes stories, which may take you past the break. I'm not sure.
Well, let's see how far we go. You pick what you want. You go ahead and pick, and we'll go from there. Try to pick one you think that'll take me less than 10 minutes to tell.
Okay, so from the easy category, Mikey, what procedure did Dom have that left him with extensive bruising?
Oh, that's a vasectomy. That's the botched vasectomy.
Ding.
The Google famous botched whatever that V word is.
You are correct. That's not something, Dom, you're able to put up on YouTube, right?
I don't know.
It's medical. You bet your ass you can.
I don't know. This one's the unedited version, so I don't think I'm able to put that up. But it does pop up in the break montage. Because I can't. This is straight up. This is the straight up lit.
My buddy's going to get snipped, and I send him that picture of you every day.
Yeah, that's the what do people call that? The hippo ear? Yeah, that's the hippo ear picture. I can't do that one, I don't think, on YouTube. That's straight up nudity. Despite being maybe I can put up half of it. If I zoom in a little on it.
If you zoom in far enough, nobody's gonna know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good. I can't get it to come up. It actually won't let me zoom. I keep trying to get it and zoom in on it, and it won't let me do it. But yeah, it's now moved. It's now moved over to. It's now the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth result on Google now. It used to be the second, but it seems to be there's some other. Looks like an album cover called or a band called Botched Vasectomy. That's moved up there, moved ahead of me on the results. So there you go. Curious George, next question.
Yep. Dom, did it hurt when you urinate or even put underwear on? Or was it no big deal, it was just purple?
Oh, George, this was a 10
I don't even want to know about the pain.
This was a 10 out of 10. Worst pain I've ever been through in my entire life. Beyond I mean, 10 out of 10. I mean, it was a shooting pain that went from my right nut all the way up into my just below my rib cage in my stomach on the right side. And the bruising doesn't give it any, like, the bruising doesn't give it, it's the swelling. Like, the bruising is what makes it look, because it's so visibly obvious. But what you're not understanding is the entire thing that is swollen is something like, and I'm not talking about my penis, I'm talking about the tube that the hematoma happened in that caused all that bruising, the bleeding. That tube is normally this big. But when this swelling happened, it got to be this big, as big as my arm. That's how big it was. So Georgie asked about underwear. The whole thing wouldn't fit in underwear. Like, I tried to wear tighty whities because it hurt too much to pull up like normal like boxer briefs, and they wouldn't. There's nowhere to put it. There's nowhere for it to go. It was literally, it's like imagine an elephant trunk. Like, imagine where your Johnson is, right? Like the base of it. Then make it like the size of your arm then at that point, and then pull it outward about 6 or 7 inches and make it heavy and dangling. So it literally was like an elephant trunk hanging off that had been chopped off. So just think of, the end of an elephant trunk, if somebody cut off their nose and it's just this thing kind of hanging there, like this big thick, that's what it was like. That's
bro. Ain't
like that,
ever getting that shit done.
People see that
ever going near my nutsack.
People see that picture and are like, oh my God, Dumb's dick is so small. It's like, no, it's because everything around it had swelled to where it was being inverted. Like, it was pushed so far forward that my penis went inward. Like, there's no other way to explain it than that. So I highly recommend talking to your doctor about the complications that can happen if you're going to have a vasectomy. And they're going to say, oh, there's a 1 in 200,000 chance or something, and ask them about that. And say, I know a guy. Show him the picture if you have to.
Oh, God. Okay, I got a medium level question. So Dumb got caught for shaving something. What did he shave?
Allegedly, a child's legs.
You are correct.
There you go.
A 12-year-old to be specific.
Thank you. There you go. Looked like a Wookiee. Next.
Yep. Next one we got is hard. What was the name of Dumb's dog that was based off a comic book character?
Ooh. I don't know. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of your dogs when you were with Andrea. You guys had a couple labs, didn't you? Didn't you have 2 or 3 labs?
I had a lab and I had a boxer when I was married to my ex-wife.
Yeah, I don't remember their names.
The lab was my dude. George, there is a small flaw in your question.
Not a comic book character?
Not a comic book character, but an animated character.
Oh, animated character. Still nothing.
Mufasa.
Shit.
Yeah, from The Lion King.
Named Mufasa?
Yeah.
You had a dog named after a cat?
Named after the biggest, baddest ass fucking lion in the world, yeah. A great dad and a great fucking awesome ass fucking motherfucker Mufasa was, and it was the best damn dog in the world.
He got killed by his gay brother.
Yeah, pretty much. And then his brother ate him. You ever seen that meme?
Yeah.
That's disturbing. When the first time I read that, I was like, oh my God, Scar ate Mufasa. Holy shit. It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's Mufa Boy. That was my Budro. So yes, thank you for making me almost cry thinking about my Budro.
Oh, so sorry.
It's
and
okay.
you have a cat named Kal-El, right?
I have 2 cats. One is named Kal-El, and the other is, I don't know. You want to guess, George? Do you know the other's name?
Oh, I do not know.
They're both named after Superman. So if one is Kal-El, what's the other one have to be?
Cal.
What?
Just Kal-El and Cal.
No, one's Kal-El and the other one is Clark Kent.
Oh, okay. Nope, you got me there. Did not know that.
That's
so we
funny.
have the expert question, and then I'm done. So, or there's 4 for the day. I don't know if you want me to call back tomorrow. There's another 4, but it's up to you. The expert level question, Mikey, what was Dom's nickname when he played football in high school?
Barnyard.
Oh, hold on. I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Curious George. Mikey said barnyard. He said high school.
I heard it. He got it.
I know. That's not right.
That is not right, George. My nickname in high school was not barnyard. That was my college nickname after I crit my pants. So that my high school nickname was not that.
I don't know what your have you talked about what your high school nickname was?
Everybody called me Streeter. That was what everybody called me when I was growing up. Like all my friends, everybody. Nobody called me Sean. Everybody called me Streeter. That was even like
everyone. That was awesome. I loved having a nickname when I was a kid. Everyone called me Cat.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. Because I never really liked the name Sean because I hated the way it was spelled because everybody spelled it wrong. So it was just easier. Like it was nice in the yearbook. Just people wrote Streeter, and stuff like that. So it was
at least you weren't the bad one spelled scene.
Well, that's what I kind of didn't want to do to Shay. I almost did that to him. He was almost going to be Seamus, Seamus, and then I said, I don't want to do that to that kid, and so I gave him the different name. Instead, I gave him a girl's name. So,
at any point for your kids, did you want to name them like Clark or Lois or anything like that after comic book characters, or was it just you and the ex-wife? And
100% Brady. If Brady was a girl, he would have been named Lois.
Nice.
Brady was this close to be named Clark Kent Street. My ex-wife was on board.
So awesome.
My ex-wife was on board with it for the longest time, and then I think she finally just kind of like came to her senses and was like, I don't think we should name him Clark Kent Street. And then it was right around then is when I learned
Bruce Wayne Catalano. Damn it!
That's actually not bad. That would work too. So, but then it would just be. I don't particularly care for the name Bruce. Sorry if your name's Bruce, but I don't know. I
know a couple Bruces, and they're all douchebags.
Okay. For some reason, that name is. I don't know if I knew somebody who was a little bit, maybe a little lighter in the loafers there. So that name I kind of always associate.
It should remind you of your favorite football player of all time when you say Bruce.
I know that's what's weird about it, but it doesn't for some reason. But the number does. It's his number. It's his number and his moves.
It's more of a number relate thing.
Yeah.
See, it's funny that you say that a Bruce that was like light in the loafers, because the Bruce that I know is a bowling alley Bruce. I've known him because he bowls in a league with me, and he bowls like Fred Flintstone with his little tippy toes.
Mm-hmm.
And one time I may or may not have made a joke about, oh, look at you and your gay little tippy toes. I have never seen a grown man get so angry and be called gay.
Oh, man.
This dude turned so red and got up on his tippy toes. Oh, dude.
Well, you hit a nerve, it sounds
hates me
like.
now.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
dude, he hates our
Why
league. The league that we're in, there's probably 7 out of 12 teams that can't stand us and wish we would just leave the league.
It's just because you say shit like that to him?
Loud, obnoxious, politically incorrect.
Gotcha.
It doesn't matter if there's women bowling on the lanes with us. Like, this used to be a Sunday AM men's league, and we still treat it like a men's league.
Gotcha. Then, you can't do that anymore. Shark said my nickname was a fat joke related to street, highway, or something. I thought another dumb show. Yes, that was never my nickname. That was just an insult that this one girl said on the bus to me one time when I was probably just being a smart ass and just poking fun at her or something. And she roasted me and she was like, okay, highway. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? And she was like, your last name's Street and you're fat. And I was like, oof. It was just like, just getting punched in the face. It was, she nailed me. It was a good one. So, all right. George, I think that's going to wrap things up for us for you tonight. We will come back. We're going to take a break here in a little bit. So I will talk to you when I talk to you, dude. I thanks for calling. Good questions.
All right. Thanks, man. Later.
All right. Later. Okay, he's been anxiously waiting on hold. I'm going to grab this guy real quick before we go to break. F1 Frank, what you drinking tonight, buddy?
Dumb. You
What's-
know the same thing.
Nice. How are you, dude? What's going on?
Hey, I haven't talked to you for a little while.
It's good to hear
I know
from
we
you.
just went down. Yeah, it's good to talk to you, man. We just went down dumb memory lane. I was just wondering, did Mikey call all sluts or not?
Ooh, you know what? I don't think we actually got to that on the main show, did we? That ended up coming around on the members only, I think, after the fact.
Did it?
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't matter. If you want to go back and watch it, you can. But the story is pretty good. It's
I've just, I've never felt so emptied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's let's just say we were talking about people being light in their loafers. He's a little bit lighter in his loafers right now, if that makes sense to you. He's able to get some draining happening.
He'd feel a whole lot more fuller if he would have some sluts.
I think
No, you got it backwards, bro. The more sluts I have, the more emptied I'd be. Like, if there was a lot of sluts around, I'd be emaciated. I'd look like Skeletor. You know what I'm saying?
He got his balls drained, Frank. That's all there is to it. Okay.
That sounds like I don't need the I was looking for a specific word. I don't need the specifics, but yeah, you got boned, huh?
He did.
I did not. I did not get boned.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he did the boning.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
There you go. He did
I'm
the
proud
boning.
of you, buddy.
Good for you, Frank. Now F1. I know you were. Okay. Hold on, you were. I know you were not feeling. You just broke up with your girl. Are you back on? Have you found somebody else? You back out on the market? What are you doing? I know you're not a big Tinder guy or anything like that. So what are you doing?
No, I brought her back. I don't know that's probably why I didn't talk to you, but for like a week or whatever, and then that's gonna be the end of that.
So
you always bag my ex for like a week after or whatever.
You're still you did that. You got it out of your system, and now you're done with her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much gone now. I don't care.
Okay. Well, what I asked I did ask what you're drinking. You said you're drinking the same as usual. I don't remember what's your poison there, Frank.
It starts with the Four Loko. Yeah, see, Mikey does.
Good, that's
and
right.
Then from Natty Ice.
That's right. Four Loko Natty Ice. I'm a dipshit. Okay, you've said that probably 3 times now, and I don't remember.
Alter from.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much the same always.
Man,
nothing ever changes.
Aren't those Four Locos real fruity flavored and everything too? Don't they aren't they like designed for like teenagers to drink?
Yeah, but it's like 14%, bro. It's malt liquor.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Cheap. What the fuck it tastes like.
Cheap. You're drinking for effect. You're not drinking for taste.
Did you see the story that came out about Tommy Lee?
$3.
Tommy Lee said he was drinking 2 gallons of vodka a day at his height of his alcoholism. 2 gallons.
I don't believe it. I mean, I was pretty much maxed out at about a gallon, but that's really hard to do. Like,
this is what he claimed. This is what Tommy Lee. I was interested to see what you thought.
When you get a dick that big, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need to lie about anything at that point.
He cock in a gallon of it and he just slurped it up like an anteater.
That's what I was gonna say. It probably just he drank it. It just filled it up and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot of liquor. Like drinking a gallon of vodka in a day is tough as it is. Like just walk around with a gallon of water and see if you can get through that in a day.
Imagine, yeah,
and then just imagine that with vodka.
Oh God, I couldn't. There's no way. Absolutely no way I could do anything like that. So, Frank,
you also have to remember who remembers who Tommy Lee is. And what is he from the 80s?
Yeah, I mean he's Tommy Lee. I mean he's legend. He's one of the most legendary rock and roll drummers of all time.
He got the band Pamela. So.
That was the next thing I was going to say. Andy Bang Pamela Anderson. So I mean, let's go. Big ups to Tommy Lee. I mean, give the guy his love. I mean, so all right, Frank.
What's next? We're gonna see who banged somebody back in the 40s. You know. Oh well.
You lost me there. All right. Hey, what's the name of that team that plays hockey in Chicago?
I don't know, but it's Mikey's favorite team.
All right. Oh, I almost got you. Bye, Frank.
Blackhawks?
There you go. See you, dude. He loves that joke. All right. Let's take a quick break here. If you have not taken a moment to hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, please do that. Oh, thank you to everybody who's called in. It really makes my day. I love talking to you, Mikey. Don't get me wrong. I do love when everybody calls in. It's so nice. It really adds so much to the show as far as I'm concerned. So thank you guys so much for calling in. We're going to take a quick break. And if you have not, like I said, already hit the thumbs up on tonight's show, please take a second to do that. Give me the love. What the hell are you here for? If you don't like the show, what are you here for? If you are here, it means you probably like it. You might as well hit the thumbs up for a brother. You know what I'm saying? So the more interactivity that we get with all of these episodes and things like that, the more YouTube loves it and the more they like to spread us around. So I appreciate you guys doing that kind of stuff for me. So again, hit those thumbs up. And of course, second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. So make sure you get your delis out, get your lavender out, put your kids in the bed, go do whatever you got to do, put them in the other room, close the door, go get them, call Amanda, have her come over, threaten them, whatever you got to do. I'm just kidding. Whatever you got to do to enjoy the second half of Another Dumb Show this evening. We'll be back with our Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League update, and I got a bunch of videos to dump on you guys, so get ready to get a dump on. Okay, we are back. Welcome back to another Dumb Show. Thank you for joining me on issue number 120. It's good to have you guys here streaming on my tube. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show this evening so far. I've had a really nice time. I love when everybody calls in. So 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. It is Tuesday, and after all, guys, we got to do fantasy football, guys. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Apologize for coughing in your ear. Oh, by the way, did you notice right before the break, did you guys see what the picture was that came back right before the break? It was the vasectomy picture. The botched vasectomy picture popped up right before we came back from break. Hold on. Oh, So go ahead.
I had just gotten up to grab my gummies. I missed it. I was waiting to see it on the break, too.
It popped up. It was literally the last picture right before we came back from break, man. It was crazy. So let's see. We are now, like I said, it's Tuesday. It's time for our another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League update. Now, Mikey, there's a little bit of breaking news as far as potential available free agents. Did you see who the Philadelphia Eagles just signed to a one-year contract?
Yeah, they picked up Julio Jones after Devontae Smith dropped them 2 passes and hit him in the hands.
Well, that I think it probably has more to do with Quez Watkins being injured, but it probably didn't help that Smith dropped those. What is this? I always mix up Smith and Swift. The running back is Swift, right?
Yes,
DeAndre, and then it's Devontae Smith. Boy, that's confusing over there, man. I would Swift and Swifty. That's so hard to keep track of. Those names are so similar, and they're built so similar too. Like they have kind of. I know one's a running back and one's a wide receiver, but and the one isn't one 0 and one is 6, so their numbers even look alike.
Yeah, DeAndre is 0, isn't he?
Yeah. So here we are. I can feel you. Well, I can tell you're frustrated, Mike. I can feel the palpable frustration coming off of you right now.
Oh man, am I about to be in 12th?
Well, let's just get right to it, Mikey. You are not in 12th, Mike. You are.
That's cool then.
Yes, then currently in 12th place in the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. It is Jerry M. I did see Jerry. He was first in the chat today. So first in chat, last in the Fantasy Football League. Unfortunately, Jerry, I'm sorry for you. He has dropped, I believe. Oh, you know what? I actually have everybody's place that they were in last week, so we can because this week was incredible with the amount of movement within the league. See, 12th place, we have last week. Where was he at last week? The Maruators, the 10th place team, Jerry's team. They were in 10th last week. They're dropped to 12th place after their loss. Still with Patrick Mahomes as their top performer. And they'll be facing your boys' team, Another Dumb Show. They'll be facing me next week. And I've now dropped to 3-3, and I am in 9th place, guys. But 11th place, even worse, the Skull Crusher, Mikey's team, 2-4, 11th place.
My boy Adam Thielen. Hell yeah.
What a crazy turn of events. You had him on your bench. You were like, fuck that guy. He's an ex-Viking, so I don't like him that much. He's dead to me, I believe.
Yeah, he is dead to me, but still, he's a performer. Like he didn't go to a team that I hated. It's not like he went to like the Falcons or the Panthers.
Well, yeah, I'm sure eventually when the Vikings play the Panthers in the playoff one of these days down the road, you'll eventually
We already played the Panthers and beat them. They gave us our first dub of the year, so thanks for that.
Well, in the playoffs, though, I think eventually you'll find a reason to hate the Panthers in the future, is what I'm saying. If those two teams meet, you'll eventually hate the Panthers like every other NFC team. Is there any? There's no NFC team you really like, right? Other than the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't mind Washington. I like Washington.
Interesting. Okay, I wouldn't have pegged that for your team. Why them?
Because fuck everybody else in the NFC East. Hope they all die.
I gotcha. Okay. It's just all right. My friend, the friend of my enemy is my friend, or my enemy, or what? However that goes. I don't know. There's some sort of saying that applies there, I think. So anyway, let's go on. Moving to 10th place.
Friend of my enemy is my friend,
or something like that. Yeah. Isn't that a phrase? I'm telling you, that's a thing.
It is kind of. A friend of my enemy is my enemy. An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The friend of my enemy is my enemy, is what it says. I guess is what it was. The original quote. My friend, the enemy of my enemy. I don't know. I don't get it. It's confusing to me. I don't care.
I don't know. It all rhymes with Eric Bieniemy.
There you go.
That's the only thing that popped into my head is you were saying that, and a picture of Eric Bieniemy popped up in my head. And that's Washington's fucking offensive coordinator.
Going back here real quickly, we'll go back to Ari Sweet loves the typo name of the Marauders. They're supposed to be the Marauders, but Jerry put a typo there. He said one of his good friends from 20 years ago, they were playing EverQuest, and he tried to name his wizard Brutal and accidentally named him Bertle, and Bertle he was forever. So there you go. So that's fun. It's funny how nicknames will stick. They happen by accident. That's how my dad ended up with his nickname.
I think I've already gone up against Austin this year once too.
Have you already?
I think so. I think I played him like week 1 or 2. I thought.
Did I do something wrong then? Are they not
No,
rotating
I don't
in?
think so.
Is it possible that we're already rotating back around again? Because
you can. I mean, there's some teams you are going to play twice.
Yeah, no, you're playing Judge Judy this week. So I do not have that incorrect. So I thought I did for a sec. So you made me nervous because it's a lot of details on these goddamn things to keep track of.
I know. I can't believe Adam Thielen is tied for second for receptions in the NFL and touchdowns.
I mean,
him and Diggs are tied.
15th overall as far as fantasy points. I mean, who would have ever thought that?
He's a PPR stud because the dude isn't the big catch gainer no more. He's Adam first down Thielen. 10 yards here, 10 yards there, 10 yards here, 10 yards there.
He's not getting the rack yards or the yak, whatever they call it now. It used to be rack, now it's yak, depending on who you're watching, I guess. What do you call it, rack or yak?
Yak, yards after catch.
Used to be a run after catch. Used to be the rack yards, the run after catch. It used to be forever. It was rack. I don't know when it changed.
Yak.
But I'll take yak. It's not bad. All right, moving into 10th place, we have Go Cup Yourself. Boy, a big jump from 12th place up to 10th this week. I'm left out too. Skull Crusher, by the way, you dropped. What a plummet from 8th to 11th this week with that loss, by the way. So we'll see if you can turn.
Wait, what's that team that dropped from 3rd to 9th?
We'll get to them in a minute. You son of a bitch. He's got a good memory. Go Cup Yourself was in 12th place last week, has moved up into 10th place right now. With the top performer, somebody Mikey just mentioned, Stephon Diggs with 139 points. He's the 4th overall in the fantasy points. His next opponent is Phil Crevice's team, the Wooies, now 4-2, who have moved into first place. So give it up for old Pat Wooey. Congratulations to him. And then here we are in 9th place, your old pal Dumb, who is plummeted from 5th place. I was in 5th place last week, by the way, so I've only dropped 4 places.
I thought you were up to 3rd. My bad.
No. Well, I kept saying I was in 3rd because I was in a tie for 3rd.
3-way tie. Yeah,
so
gotcha.
That's what I kept saying to myself. But
so you definitely fell from 3rd to 9th. That's a 6 drop.
Yeah, I skid for sure. It was bad. So, the number one pick overall got hurt. Justin Jefferson, or whatever the hell his name is. Jefferson or Jeffries. I always mess it up.
God, man, you're bad with names for football players.
I really am.
It's been Lamar Hunt all year.
I know.
You're confusing Justin Jefferson with Alshon Jeffrey. The fuck? Alshon Jeffrey ain't been in the league in like 6 years, bro. He's gone. Gone.
I suck. There you go. That's why I'm not a sportscaster. Here you go. So then next week I will I have a chance to get back up and get stay out of the bottom as I face the bottom team, the Marauders, who are 2-4 in 12th place. That's Jerry M's team. We just saw them at the end. And now the Ocean Gate Titans, they have moved up from 11th to 8th, a big jump, with their top performer being the running back from Jacksonville, Travis Etienne Jr., 115.3 fantasy points for Travis. And with the next opponent being Agugla, man, the Agugla team has really made some strides. They've moved up. They were in last place a couple weeks ago, leapfrogged up to 9th a week ago, and now they've moved into 7th place. So Brad L's team really making a big comeback after starting off very slow. Jalen Hurts has helped him. He's got the 6 overall points with 128.98 fantasy points. He'll face the Ocean Gate Titans, who we just saw at 3-3 in 8th place, Ken K's team. Now we have Bone Crusher, another team that has moved up. They were in 7th place last week after destroying the Skull Crusher team.
Fuck you, Dave.
They ended up moving up a spot and moving to 500 with Jamar Chase. You like the picture I put up there, the little 7-Eleven on there?
Yeah.
Can you see it? I thought that was a good one.
Who's the other? There's another wide receiver that bet on that this week. Oh, CeeDee Lamb after the dub last night said, "I'm just like Jamar Chase, 7-Eleven, always open."
I heard him say that. That is pretty lame. He actually ripped off the other guy's thing, but hey, whatever. It counts. He is always open, so he's gonna. I saw somebody say today, actually, I think might have been on Pat McAfee show. They said that they were like, they got to stop throwing the ball to Gallup and throw it to Cooks more. So I think I made a good point a good decision getting rid of Gallup there.
You definitely did, dude. The guy had 2 drop touchdowns and I think 3 drops altogether last night. Like he's not there. The guy is I do love him though. Like I wish
I do too. He was so good. He was
torn
so good.
ACL. He was a good rookie. He bounced back good after the ACL and everything for the few games he was back last year. Big frame. A huge wingspan.
I'm with you. I feel like he's a player who should be. He's just I don't know what it is. He can't hang on to the ball. That's one. Move him to defense at this point. He can't catch.
I know, right?
All right. So let's go back to here. Bone Crusher. They'll be facing the Aegean Icarians next week. Our 5th place team, GK's team, and there they are right there. They have the top performer in the entire league. Tyreek Hill is on their team. The wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. The Cheetah.
Isn't he hurt?
The Cheetah got hurt?
I thought he did at the end of the game last week. He wasn't in there for the end for the 3rd and 4th quarter, I thought.
Oh, wait, I don't know anything about this. No, I'm not seeing anything on his little update about him.
No designation?
Nope. Right. And he's already calling out the Eagles secondary on social media. So
that's not a good idea. Well, it all depends where they playing.
I actually have no idea.
In Philly?
I'm not sure. I actually don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that question, Mikey. I'm not sure. I don't have the NFL. Actually, I can tell you in 2 seconds. I got the scores right here in the scoreboard. Week 7. Looking for the Dolphins. They are playing at Philadelphia.
Yeah, I wouldn't be talking shit about Cheetah. You're going a little crazy right there. You're about to go into the link.
Well, I do love the Cheetah, though, man. I'm a big fan of that dude. So, all right. So here he is in 5th place. That's Aegean Icarians, GK's team. He'll be facing Dave's, like we just saw a minute ago. Excuse me. And then now we have here in 4th place.
Oh, bet I can. Oh, good.
You got a chance.
I can make quick work of a 4th place team.
Ooh, all Wow, the shit talking has continued. Austin's team, Judge Judy, really had a tough week last week. They only scored, I believe, like 54 points. He had a couple injuries in there. It was a rough week for his team last week. He scored 53.82 points last week. It was a tough day for Judge Judy's team. He lost Justin Fields, who's now hurt, and who else? David Montgomery, is he hurt too? The running back for the
rib cartilage, no good.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with him. He left week 6. He's questionable for week 7, which is weird. It says it in the report, but there's no little Q next to his name, which is kind of stupid, by the way, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so ESPN can suck it. That's pretty annoying. So we'll see what happens as you two face off next week, or this week, excuse me, in a great battle. And now we move on to our third place team, sent from my iPhone, Chris H's team. They're 4-2. They took an L last week. I do believe they lost to Agugula. There were a couple of lower ranked teams that took out the top 2 teams this week. So we have no more unbeaten teams this week. As you'll see, John Gruden's Gmail has also lost and now moved down into actually to second place, Mikey. So we've actually had a flip-flop from first and second here. John Gruden's Gmail has dropped now from first to second. So there you go. And now you'll see in first place, the Wooies. Wow, wait, I mixed that all up. Those two flip-flopped, dropped down second and third. My bad. The Wooies has moved into first place. My bad. I got to give Phil Crevices his dues. He did a really good job kicking everyone's ass. And apparently the trade that he did with Mikey and Neighbor Dave, the big collusion trade that they had, turned out to pay off for Pat Wooey. He's now in first place with a convincing amount of points, I think, too. He's got a pretty good lead out there. So congratulations to Pat Wooey for taking the lead in the league. And we will see what happens when he faces Go Cup Yourself, who I believe actually might have been one of the ones who took down one of the top leaders this past week. So congratulations to you. Pat Wooey agrees with me. Phil Crevices says he likes Yahoo much more. Congratulations, Wooey, to you. Good job, man. So let's see. Mike, so actually I got to finish up. We'll just see the actual rankings here so everybody can see. There's the actual standings for the season in case you didn't feel like making it through the whole thing. You blew it because here's the actual rankings. So poor old another dumb team down in 9th place, 3-3, but technically tied for second, if you ask me, the way I look at it, Mikey, because we got 2 4-2 teams and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-3 teams.
The league is wide open right now. That's why I'm not worried about being down there.
You agree it is wide open? Okay, because I started looking around, considering some potential trades. And I was looking around and I was kind of comparing who has who on each team and what I want to give up and what I was willing to get for what I was, had to give up. And I thought to myself, I go, this league is so open right now. I think I just need to ride this out because if I could pull off 2 dubs while JJ is down, then I think I still have a shot. Because when he comes back, I think I'm going to be in good shape because Rashee Rice is starting to pick up a little bit. I think the Steelers are going to start to roll a little bit here when they come back. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, they just had that big win, and their defense is really good. And Pickett and Pickens seem to find each other. They seem to have a little bit of chemistry there. So I think I might be able to pull a few more out of Pickens. It all depends on Najee Harris, to be honest with you. If they keep giving the ball to him, and because he had a decent couple games there. So hopefully he will turn. He also had some really shit games too. But right now I'm okay with it. I'm going to try to ride it out and go from there. Brad L, I see you in there. Congratulations. Yeah, that was a huge major win. He said he won by 60 points. It was crazy. Yeah, you did score a ton of points. You scored a ton of points, and Austin's team didn't because he had a couple injuries with guys going out early in the game. So, yeah, that was a very convincing win for you, Brad. Congratulations. Good job. Mikey, what's going on? I see you're digging into your phone. Are you frantically texting, or what? Are you chatting, or are you?
No, I was dealing with something.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. We'll leave it at that.
But has it all stem from that feelings text yesterday? You know what I'm saying? The how are you? I'm still dealing with that back and forth.
Oh, why even deal with it if you don't even want to deal with it? Because you still want to.
Now I'm just not. Yeah, I don't want to like shut the door completely. I just kind of want to like light the edge of the bridge on fire, not have the whole thing collapse down. I just want to start some little fires.
So what are you saying? Just like, look, you're giving me relationship vibes, and I'm just looking for hookup vibes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what. And so, how does the girl react to that?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, why? Because is she trying to push for a relationship, or is she saying, look?
I don't know what she's doing. She's just saying I was just trying to be friendly. Like, why you got to be a dick?
Yeah, I mean, you could have probably played it a little bit cooler. I mean, you didn't have to. You are a little like when you threw the girl out the other day because you said you were doing a podcast and you threw her out. You probably could have been a little more diplomatic about the way you do it.
Fuck that bitch.
All right, dude. Yeah, F them. Bros before hoes, right? So let's see here. Airy Sweet was saying he loves the name sent from my iPhone. Whoever it is, that's a great name. I agree. That really is awesome. That was one of the best names. And by the way, I did miss while we were in there a superfan donation. Thank you very much, Nugget Man. Go do your phone thing. Do whatever you got to do. I said
I was also messing with fantasy lineups and looking at the waiver wire and stuff like that. Now that as soon as you started talking fantasy, I forgot that it's Tuesday night and I got to get my waivers in.
Okay, so did you get some put in?
Yep, everything's good. Both leagues are set. My buys are taken care of. Rosters are set for now.
Okay, good. All right. Well, then we'll see what happens with this week. Like I said, I think I can ride out JJ's injury. Hopefully he'll be back soon, maybe sooner than expected. You never know. You said he was jumping around, so you never know. Maybe he's making progress.
He's gonna be back for our game. It's gonna be the return. He's gonna play just for me. It's gonna be a magical day. Whoever you're playing in fantasy that week, oh boy,
they're gonna get killed just because you're at the game.
Yeah, dude, JJ's just gonna perform for me. I can feel it.
All right, good stuff. We'll see what happens. I do have a speaking of football. Oh, I never got to my superfan donation. It's from Nugget Man. He said, "Can we get a Papa Struts update? Just wondering how he is since we have been hearing a lot about Bish. Sorry if I missed if you saw him last Sunday. I did not see him last Sunday at the birthday party. He was at his grandson's birthday, his other grandson's birthday party, my sister's son. They scheduled the birthday party for my nephew Ali, his grandson, at the same time as my son's birthday party. So they were overlapping. So I was obviously at my son's party, and they were having the party at my dad's house. So there was really no way for him to leave, obviously, to go come to this party for me to be able to see him. But I actually haven't seen him in a while. It's been a minute. I know they were doing some traveling because one of their friends, the woman fell through her porch. Did I tell you this story? What happened to this poor woman?
Jesus. No, it sounds horrible though.
Oh, dude, this is one of the craziest stories. So this poor woman she's just walking out on her back porch, and she's got like an enclosed back porch on the back of her house. She takes a step, and one of the boards just gives out, and she goes straight down into it. And when she does, she hits the ground below and snaps her ankle in half and breaks her ankle.
Oh, no.
At that moment in time, she then realizes that she left her phone in the house. So this poor woman has to, and this is a woman, and she's like in her 60s too. So this is an older woman. And she gets on her elbows, pulls herself out onto her back, and starts elbow crawling on her back to get to the door, which is like right next to her. She crawls over to that door and realizes that she had accidentally closed and locked that door behind her.
Minga. Oh my God, I'd be afraid I'm going to die.
So she had to, this is insane. She had to do that weird crab crawl on her back all the way around her house, along the side of the house, to the front of the house, in through the open garage in the front, up some steps to get into the garage door into the house, to finally then drag herself over to her phone and call and say, call 911 or a friend or somebody and said, I broke my ankle. Somebody come help me. So,
is she okay? Is she going through,
well,
she had to
have a surgery, and my dad went and actually they went and picked her dog up and were taking care of her dog for her at my parents' house for a while. She
what a nice gesture.
in Virginia. Yeah, it is, especially because she lives in Virginia. And this is my dad's best friend, his motorcycle buddy. This is who died. That's why my dad went on that last ride that he shouldn't have been riding on. It was to go where him and Frankie is his name. They were going to go. They always went to this one roadhouse, and that's where my dad was on the way to when he crashed. So yeah, they've been taking care of her dog, and I think the last I talked to him, they went down. They were taking the dog back, and I think that's about it. I haven't really talked to him much in a little bit. I've just been focused on work, and I know he's big he's like in an Eagles club. Like he's real big. He is in charge of a bunch of stuff in his Eagles club. So that's where his time is devoted. He loves, I think he's in charge of the books there. And he's in charge. He's on the board or some trustee or some shit. I don't know. I don't care. He just tells me about it, and I go, oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, Dad. Good for you. And I hope you enjoy it. So, that is it. So that's the update on Strutz. Strutz is doing good as far as I know. I probably should talk to him soon. I haven't talked to him in a minute. But he's doing good from last I heard. So
I was hearing you were saying you got 3 weddings this weekend. I was hoping you were off Saturday.
Why is that the fight?
Yeah, we could do, and it's a daytime fight too.
Oh, really? Oh, that sucks.
It starts at 2 p.m. the main card, so it's gonna be like 2 to 5 p.m. It'd be a perfect time to do a little Saturday pop-up show, talk some fucking college football, watch a couple championship fights, throw some bets down.
I'm actually looking forward to Saturday's wedding, because Saturday's wedding is actually a guy who I know is a fan of another dumb show. His name's Jay, and so I'm actually super excited to be doing their wedding. So I'm actually and theirs is just a reception. Nothing else, no ceremony. I think my dance floor lights, I think too. I can't remember if there are up lights, but no photo booth, just straight up party, and no ceremony. Because the ceremonies I get real you can't. There's no ad libbing. You can't fuck up a ceremony. And the reception, if you mess something up, you can kind of ad lib your way through it. There's some little room for error. Ceremonies, there's no room for fucking error. That's somebody's fucking ceremony. You can't fuck that up, in my opinion. So there's the stress level is just like. It's like through the roof, and the anxiety's through the roof the days I have ceremonies. The days I have receptions, I feel like I could do it like this, with one arm behind my back and my eyes closed, because it's just that kind of, easy in that sense, because there aren't so many other elements to deal with. So I'm excited for Saturday. It's just straight up. It's just going to be a straight up party. So Saturday will be great. All the weddings this weekend are going to be nice. That one's just nice because it's just a reception. So it's a little bit lighter of a load. So. But it's kind of, I got an earlier wedding on Sunday, so I'm going to be up late on Saturday with an earlier wedding on Sunday. So, and having said that,
missing the game in football. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm going to miss everything. I'll miss the whole day of football, because by the time we finish, I think I'm done at, this one ends a little early. It starts early and ends early. So I think I'm done at 9. By the time I unload or load back up and get home, I might get home maybe just in time for the back end of the late game. Maybe.
You're going to save yourself some money this weekend. No bets.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you bring that up. I actually have a guy here with he did pretty good this weekend, Mikey. Here's a guy who took a $15 wager on FanDuel and turned a 4-leg parlay into $68,000.
Jesus Christ.
4-leg $15 bet.
I question the validity sometimes of some of these pictures I see posted online.
Well, you think some of them are photoshopped and they're not legit?
Yep.
Well, we'll see if it's legit, because what they said he did. Can you imagine if they found that out and it was like the FanDuel releasing the fake ones of those to try to entice people?
Dude, I think they do it all the time. I don't believe any of them bet slips that I see, because I'm like, oh man, if only I could do that. And then I set up a 15-leg parlay and stuff like that. And I'm like, the odds don't get anywhere close to what this dude had.
Well, here's what this guy did, and I did notice that these options do some huge odds. If you do first touchdown scorer,
Oh, that's a big one.
Those have some fat ass odds. So this guy did the 4 p.m. games on Sunday.
Christian McCaffrey, first touchdown scorer. No,
4 p.m. game. He did
Jalen Hurts.
Nope. Oh, yep. Jalen Hurts. Yep. Who else you got?
Hang on. The 4 p.m. game. So that was. I'm trying to think of it. That was Philly, New York. So you definitely went with Jalen Hurts in that game. What's the other games that were on?
I'm trying to remember who did the Rams play.
Ooh, they didn't have they had
Rams
Cooper
game.
Kupp as the first touchdown.
Cooper Kupp, Lions.
Oh, that was a 1:00 game, but
was it? It says it was 4.
David Montgomery first touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
And then the next one, I think, is the Patriots or is it the Raiders? I'm not sure. I think he might. Who's he play for now? One of those two. It was that game.
Oh, I don't even know who scored the first touchdown for them.
He had
one
of the most famous goofy plays last year in the Raiders and Patriots game with that weird lateral, or they turned into a fumble.
Was it Ramondre?
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers. Okay.
Yeah. So that was plus 1,000. Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, that's a long
was,
shot.
Amon-Ra was plus 850. Cooper Kupp plus 650, and Jalen Hurts plus 480. So that makes sense why that was such a crazy one, because he threw that Jacoby Myers in there. So, but that
Jalen Hurts touchdown shouldn't even have been a touchdown. That was a fumble at the goal line. They got reviewed and overturned, so I'm sure that dude was having a heart attack.
That's what it actually says in the tweet that I found about this. It says it turned $15 into $61K thanks to the review with the sweaty sweaty emoji. So yeah, so that's that was God damn, it's so much fun though. If I was Charles Barkley, I understand how Charles Barkley is the way he is. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like if I had that kind of money, I'd be dropping
the gambling that Charles Barkley does. Who's that golfer? Not John Daly, the other dude, lefty, Phil Mickelson.
Yeah,
and the millions upon millions of dollars that dude bets.
It's crazy.
If I hit the lotto, I would be such a degenerate gambler. I'd be like, have you heard stories about like Dana White going into casinos because he lives in Vegas? He's not allowed in a few of them for playing blackjack. The dude goes in there with millions of dollars and is playing $100,000-$200,000 hands of blackjack.
No, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Is he
dude, I watched.
Or is he just a degenerate gambler?
I'm assuming he's got to be a card counter at some point because there's 2 casinos. I think it's the Wynn, and there's another casino down there that do not allow him to gamble there anymore.
That's crazy. Wow, good for him. Jeez. Well, like I would probably be the same way, Mikey. If I had a lot of money, I would be spending it now because it's so easy too. It's on your phone. You think you're so smart and you know football. You're like, I researched this. I know these people. I know football. I know these games. I know these players.
Imagine
is easy.
Putting like
easy.
Putting like a $500K bet down on like a quick little long shot, $500K to win $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it'd be so dumb.
Can you imagine how cool that would be on one of those no sweat bets? That's good stuff. All right, here, let me peek in here and see what's going on in the chat. By the way, the chat was so fun last night. I had a great time with you guys in the members only show last night. It was so nice just sitting there kicking it with you guys and having a lot of fun and just chatting it up. I really had a great time with you guys. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who we were up late. It was a long night last night. So thank you guys all for staying on and hanging out so late. It was a lot of fun. Let's see here. And one of the best parts about it was Crooked Orchids just drunk. Getting all litty and getting all loose and loosey goosey in there. Would you agree, Mikey? She was she was saying some pretty silly stuff. It was
she was on the box wine kick last night.
Yes,
that Franzia.
That's right. Oh man, it was so much fun. I'm glad you guys had as much fun as me. Thanks, Secret Alias Mod. I'm glad you had fun too. Speaking of the chat and everybody in the chat, I got an email from Drew who was kind enough. I mentioned the other day, guys, that I would love it if you guys, if you see stuff in the news, you see videos online, stuff you'd like, think that you think is funny and you'd like to hear me talk about or want me to see, make sure you send them to me, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. Drew did that, so I appreciate that so much, Drew. Thank you for taking care of that and getting a video over to me. And you can do that too. I want to encourage people to do that. So make sure you, if you see stuff that you want me to talk about, email it to me, just like Drew did. Drew emailed me a video that was pretty good. Apparently, there are some bears that watch Another Dumb Show, and there's a person out there. They've got a Ring doorbell, and they must watch Another Dumb Show, and they must have heard me talking about Mom's lasagna, and they said, you know what? It's getting cold. It's fall. Why not go ahead and make ourselves lasagna? And this is what happened after they went ahead and made themselves a lasagna. Their Ring camera caught this. So I don't know if that's a black bear, brown bear, grizzly bear. I'm not really sure.
That bear's tagged and tracked too.
How can you tell?
You can see the shiny stuff on his head and the collar.
Now I see it. Okay.
He's got 2 tags in his ears. Yo, what the? Yo, get out of here. Yo, get out of here. There's no way that's real, dude. Yo, didn't even break nothing.
That was fucking great. Came in, snagged the lasagna, and bolted out the window. That's what the people said that he ended up stealing, was they had a frozen lasagna in there, and he took their lasagna. So there's a video of him jumping out the window.
I don't know. I feel like this is set up, and it's a trained bear.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know. It's moving all slinky like a normal bear. I mean, I don't know. I thought that was great.
Oh, it was great.
Where he just climbed up on. Hold on. I got to watch that one more time where he climbs up on that thing. That was perfect. That was so funny the way he just climbs up on that. Like looks around. He even looks around like, did anybody see anything? Nope. Good to go. Here we go. 1 foot on the thing, up and out. There you go. That's great. Good for that bear. Enjoy that. You earned that, bear. You earned that lasagna, dude. So that'll remind you, if you live, or a little warning for you, if you live in an area where they have bears, make sure you keep your doors locked, because they'll just, or your windows closed, because they'll just come in and steal your fucking lasagnas. Speaking of animals, there's this video I pulled yesterday. I never played it. Did you see this? Where's it at? Did you see this video of this guy saving his dog from this fucking kangaroo?
Oh, yeah, the dude. I didn't know that kangaroos drowning dogs was a thing, dude.
I didn't either, but apparently it is. And here is this video, and I apologize I wasn't able to put the blur thing on it, so it's just going to be kind of weird on the side of the screen here, but here you go. Here's this kangaroo trying.
Look at my dog.
Oh! Damn! It's still standing there, ready to go. Damn, those things are fucking beasts, man.
No, they're scary. It reminds me that. Did you watch that Shane Gillis special yet?
No, I didn't.
He's got a joke about that one of the famous kangaroo videos, and it just reminds me of this so much. The way it's just funny.
Look at the size of this fucking thing. Look at them
biceps, bro.
And the forearms even too. Look at those freaking forearms. And then
I gotta get back to the gym.
Look at those claws too. So he goes. Ripped. So he bitch slaps the kangaroo to get him off his dog. And then I think the kangaroo bitch slaps him right back. Is that headbutt him or what? But that does.
You see the claws on that thing, dude? I'm so glad that dog's okay. Look at that, dude.
It looks like a fucking demon. It really does.
It is. It's fucking Dracula's arm.
Ah! That would freak me the fuck out if that thing was coming at me, man.
Kangaroos freak me the fuck out anyways, dude. The way they just stand there all bowed up, like they're always ready to fight. They're always ready to squabble.
That's insane. This poor
Thank
puppy.
you. I'd never.
Poor
go
little
to Australia.
puppy here.
Everything there can kill you.
Do you think
Spiders
it's trying? It's trying. Is it trying to mount the dog?
No, trying to drown the dog, dude.
Why?
Yeah, I read the article. I read an article about this, and people, it's something that happens even with the wild dogs down there. Kangaroos drown dogs.
Really?
I saw the clip on Nature is Metal.
What is that?
Oh, Nature is Metal is the best Instagram page to follow.
Oh, is that like animals killing each other and stuff?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm
it's
good
some
on
wild
that.
shit.
I'm good on that.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you
all
very
about
much.
the animal kingdom. I'm cool with that shit. Some of it's really sad.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to watch that shit.
You're just like my dad. My dad's like, that's fucking disgusting, but he can watch somebody get shot in the middle of a street.
I honestly, I don't like watching any of that shit anymore. I kind of think I'm
Dude,
growing
Instagram
out of
is
that.
like, oh, I'm definitely not. Instagram is like, I don't know if they've like loosened up on their policies or whatever, but there is a good 3 or 4 Instagram pages that I follow that are like industrial deaths and.
Oh, geez, that's awful. Yeah, I'm kind of over all that. I saw a video today that I actually just by accident saw. It was a guy riding on a motorcycle, and he was just riding along, and the car in the oncoming lane swerved over too far, and it didn't hit the motorcycle. It just clipped the guy, like smushed his leg in between the car and his motorcycle. And this guy, like, he reaches down immediately and grabs his leg. You can kind of see there's some blood. And then he goes off to the side and he parks. And I was like, oh, I got to play this video. And then they zoom down and it's just a foot just mangled with half the foot just falling off. Yeah. I was like, oh, dude, I don't want to see that fucking video. Shit, man. I hate it. It just makes me so uncomfortable. I don't want to see those videos at all, man. I hate it. That's why I don't really play. Like, I see those videos all the time because there's a couple accounts I follow.
Funny though, like you don't like the gore and stuff like that, but you love a good knockout video.
I do. Well, they're funny because it's two jackasses that are drunk usually fighting with each other. So speaking of two jackasses fighting, did you see? There's an interview that's happening with Dylan Dennis tonight, talking about the fight with Logan Paul.
Yeah, with Pierce Morgan, right?
Yeah, and here's a little teaser clip, and this guy. What a fucking douchebag this guy is. I can't stand this.
You did actually say that if you lost, you would give your share of the purse. In fact, we got a clip.
We never shook hands.
Well, here we are.
We never shook hands.
Here's a clip.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar? Did you hear that shit? Does that sound familiar? Oh yeah, we never shook hands. No virtual shake, right? It sounds oddly familiar.
Yeah. I bet I knock you out.
How much?
I don't care. Don't matter. I made a bet to you.
What was it?
It said if I win, I had to be the best man at your wedding.
Okay. And if I win, I get your entire purse.
Sure.
All right. Well, that's pretty unequivocal. So, Dylan, here we have a large check. A large check made payable to Logan. But what we don't know,
we actually are making an appeal though, so it actually might be a win for me because he punched me on the ground.
Right.
So the appeal might be I might be the winner.
But if we were to put a figure in here, what are we looking at?
Over $1 million.
Over $1 million pounds or dollars?
Dollars.
$1 million US. Yeah. That's your cut.
So there you go.
He made well over $1 million, dude. That was 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. That's an absolute. I mean, that's what they posted, but
that's what they
said.
If
that is true, that's over a $55 million gate.
That's incredible. Yeah, how much was it?
$55 a pay-per-view.
Wow.
1.3 million buys.
Geez, that's a lot of money. That's crazy. Mike, you mentioned a good football fight. There was another good football fight this weekend not this weekend, last night. The Cowboys and the Chargers, there was a good scuffle. Now,
you talking about the one at the beginning of the game?
No, actually, some fans in the concourse. And I also do have...
in L.A. too.
Was the game in L.A.? Yeah, the game was in L.A.
Yeah, SoFi, yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
There's always good fights because there's no real LA fans and it's a bunch of Dallas fans that go there. So I'm guessing this is Dallas on Dallas crime.
We'll find out. Hang on.
Oh! Oh!
Whoa! Oh, somebody got a weapon.
Oh!
Water on the floor. People sprinting, diving. Other Chargers fans are like, I'm coming.
It looks
Just
like they're
chaos.
on ice, dude.
Chaos. And
I
there's
just
another
love
one.
that
There's
nobody
a
can hit each other. They're just slipping and sliding. That's
yeah,
all.
I know. It was pretty good. There's another one I couldn't get it to download for whatever reason, but it's a pretty good rumble. So if you want to search that fight on Twitter or whatever, it's pretty fun. It's a pretty good one. So all right, hang on one sec. I got a couple more that are. I got actually. You mentioned that the scuffle, Mikey, from that game between the players. There was actually. You ever wonder what it's like? What the hell did I just do? I don't know what I just did right there. Stop. I don't know what I just did. You ever wonder what it's like to be in the middle of one of those skirmishes? Somebody had a camera right down there on the field, and actually ended up getting caught up in the skirmish themselves. So there you go. That's what it's like to be in the middle of one of those things.
This has been such a common theme this year. I wonder if it's encouraged behavior to get people interested and hyped for games.
It is weird. I noticed that it's happening a lot more frequently, and it's trickling down to the other, like the youth sports too. Like we saw all these high school kids are getting in fights now and stuff. There's that's normal and happens anyway, but if they're watching their idols do it, they're watching their heroes act up before games and shit like that, then why wouldn't they
Remember watching Hard Knocks and they were talking to Robert Salah about having 2 bench clearing brawls in the same day, and Salah was like, it's good for them to fight. It's good for the bench clearing brawls like this. Let them get it out.
Yeah.
Like it's almost encouraged, like it's encouraged behavior. Like, and then Prime, when Prime's talking to his team, if there's one guy that gets in a fight, that bench better be cleared. It better be all for one and one for all. Like it's all encouraged behavior.
I would probably say the same thing to my team though. I would be like you, because that happened to me when I got in that brawl. My team didn't come. It was just me getting my fucking ass kicked because there were a bunch of rich kids that were afraid of getting in trouble, and I was just not one of those. And just on the bottom of a pile, just getting the shit kicked out of me by a whole bunch of people. But I did see I got a couple more clips here before we wrap things up tonight. A couple clips that made me laugh, and then one kind of intense clip. But here is this one, Mikey. Mikey, do you think you'd be able to get this accomplished with the amount of time that it took this guy to do this? Now, there's no sound to this, but this is at a Bama football game this past week. Just a guy.
Dude, I thought for sure it'd be a Bills game.
It's the guy with his lady, just anxiously trying in front of a whole crowd of people for some reason.
Oh my God. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? That shit is as easy as it's done.
I seriously, I've never really been one of those guys that had a hard time with it. Now, one hand, it is a little bit of work. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
to
it's
you.
not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. You
It's
got to
not.
fold the one underneath. You got to know that you fold the one underneath, and you got to
It's just
kind of
a
use
pinch,
that
dude.
as the little pinch.
Pinch and it releases.
Yeah, but yeah, if you get fat fingers and stuff, though, it doesn't really work. So, so there you go.
See, I got them magic fingers. The dexterity's great. Not only do the bras come off easy, but everything else seems to work really well with the fingers too.
Good for you. Your clam
Comes from
blaster.
bowling. It comes from bowling, bro.
You're a good shooter when it comes to the bowling. Then, all right. Speaking of people who are good shooters, you remember Shooter McGavin?
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Meet me on the 18th green at 8 p.m. or whatever. Isn't that what it is? That's the joke. So here is, this was Shooter McGavin. He's apparently a Bills fan, I guess. And he was seen at the Bills game the other night. Here he is. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Seriously, I'm fine. Whoop. Oh, this is good.
Oh, look at that. He's just holding that man's hand. It's so cute.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Is he holding? He's being
the dude that's walking behind him. Look, he's holding his hand.
Is he really?
Yep. I can't see it.
No, the guy's I'm watching right now. The guy is holding his. Let me mute it here so we're not blowing yours out. He's holding him by the back of his sweater.
Okay, I thought they were holding hands.
No, but I do love that good sway he's got going on. I mean, we've all been there.
Oh,
that
distinguished walk, right there.
Yep.
That stiff-legged right step that he took with the knee being completely straight out.
That was great. All right, and then now one last final one before we wrap things up tonight. This is talk about insane and crazy. Imagine. Well, hold on. Does this not work right? Oh no, it did. All right, so here you go, Mikey. What was the name of the Nature's Metal? Nature is Metal.
Nature is Metal. Yeah.
Okay, well, here you go, Mikey. You might see this on there if you've not already seen it. This is a video. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Can you imagine that thing rushing at you? That'd be one of the scariest things in the world. Look at those tusks.
It's got to be the inspiration on how they made Predator's face.
You think so?
It's got to be. The colors all match the way that the bottom fangs are and the way that the face opens, dude.
Oh,
There's gotta be. It does look a little bit. It looks just like Predator's face open when he takes off his metal mask.
You want to know what I think they actually based Predator's face off of?
A vagina?
A puss, yeah. That's what I've always thought it was. Yeah, a puss. And they just like
it could be
puss with some teeth.
It's a hippopotamus puss. It's a hippopus.
Oh, speaking of hippos and their body parts, you can actually see there's the hippo ear. Speaking of my vasectomy, there's the hippo ear. That's exactly what the vasectomy looks like. There it is, right there. You can zoom in. There's the hippo ear. Ha 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 ha. That's what it looked like when I had a vasectomy. Ha 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 ha. Real funny, you fucks. All right. Let's see here. Just make sure I didn't miss anything from you guys over here.
Watch Shane Gillis tonight. I want to know what you think. I swear to God, it's not gonna be as bad as Dave Williams.
I'm going to bed tonight, man. I got to get up. I got a long day of work tomorrow. I got to finish, make sure all my itineraries are buttoned up with all my couples. Final last little details. This is what I do in the middle of the week. Everything's all buttoned up, but I usually just kind of peek around and make sure everything's all clean. I didn't miss anything on the itineraries. I just do a last once over just in case they didn't miss anything or they missed something, and I just make sure everything's all buttoned up. I start pulling all the music, all that kind of stuff. That's why last week I was a day behind on doing all that, and that's why I ended up having to miss Thursday because I had so much music to pull. It was out of control. It was unbelievable. So same with this weekend, though. I got a ton to pull, so that's why I want to make sure I get it done. I got to get to bed early tonight. And guess what I get to do tomorrow morning?
What?
Take a shower. In
your shower?
In my shower.
Did they paint?
No.
You didn't even bring it up, did you?
I asked the guy who's in charge of the board, my buddy, the guy I was saying I haven't talked to in a little bit. I texted him about it today, and he said, no, they don't paint.
I'm pretty sure that
I'm
pretty sure.
I'll be honest with you.
Press the issue.
The thing I'm more upset about.
But you don't want to ruffle feathers.
Not really. I like it here. But the thing I really am most frustrated about is that they didn't tell me this while everything was out of there. So I could paint while there's no toilet, while there's no sink, while there's no vanity, while there's no mirror on the wall, while the bathtub's not in there, like the tub walls aren't in. So when I paint, I don't have to trim everything with paint. Like I don't have to trim everything. I don't have to tape and trim. I just fucking paint because it's all gonna get covered up.
Oh, see, I wouldn't tape. I'm gonna drip paint everywhere. If they tell me I gotta paint my own bathroom, I'm gonna make sure when they go in there and after I move out, they're gonna have to repaint everything and probably peel up a bunch of paint that I paint all over it. Because if I'm held responsible to that, I'm just gonna fucking slather that shit.
They will, just because I'm bad at painting. I hate it. That's just what's gonna happen. Because I'm just such a bad painter. I'm gonna get shit everywhere. And so now I gotta pick a paint color.
I just started shopping for paint colors today. I'm gonna paint that spare room Vikings purple.
Yeah, is that like is there a name for that? Like, I think we already went through this with the Honolulu blue, but
Honolulu blue. Yeah, I just started looking today. I can't remember the name of it. I saw it briefly.
There is an actual name for the Vikings purple.
Yeah, there's. I remember it because that commercial with Dak Prescott, because they had all the NFL colors in that Sherman Williams.
It's a Pantone PMS 268 or whatever. Is there a name? Vikings purple name? No, I'm not seeing if they have an actual. There's a name for it.
Well, yeah, that's the color I'm going to paint that room up there.
That'll look cool. That'll be fun. Are you going to trim it in the gold too?
I don't know if I'm going to go that far and trim it with the gold because I'm probably going to live here for the rest of my life, to be honest with you. I don't ever plan on moving again.
Do you know why they are royal purple and gold? The Vikings?
No, I have no clue.
Well, you might have a new favorite college football team after this.
LSU?
No. University of Washington. That was the first general manager of the team, Burt Rose. He chose the colors purple and gold, finding inspiration from his own alma mater, the University of Washington. So the Huskies.
Huh.
So there you go. Now you got a college team you could actually root for that you got a connection to with the Vikes. So.
Oh, yeah, I like that. A little fun fact. I like that. Thanks for giving me that.
You're welcome. It's interesting stuff there for your Vikes fan. There you go. And there's one for you.
I get to hear this live, dude. I'm gonna so cream the shit out of my pants.
I can't. Well, you got to record it. You got to play it live and everything for us. So you got to make sure. I want to hear you shit your pants. I want to watch you cream your pants. Curious George wants to watch you cream your pants when you hear that thing. So
I'll shoot
phone
a
better
for George.
Your phone better be charged. You better have a backup charger with you. I'm
buying a brick.
All right, good, because we want your reactions when they score. We want all that stuff. I want to hear all the legit stuff. So if nothing else, if you can't even go live, just make sure you record it.
Everyone there will have their camera facing the field. I'll have a camera just facing me and my father for when we score a touchdown and headbutt each other.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Is that what you do? You headbutt each other?
No, I was just being facetious.
Oh, I thought you were serious that you did that. So, okay, good. I'm glad you don't. All right, 9 p.m. med check from Secret ADS Mod. Thank you very much. So. And she's actually looking for a med update as well, not just a med check. Are we taking the meds?
We're taking the ones that are important.
The antipsychotics?
Yes. We're not taking the anti-alcohol one. We're not taking the
Why not?
baclofen. I don't know. Maybe that's causing weight gain. I just hate taking all them pills. But I'm taking the important ones every day.
Okay, so does this make you worried though? Because if you get a craving and then you succumb to that craving, you're going to be fucked.
I try to crave myself every day. I'm like, oh man, do I want to drink today? I'm like, nah, I don't.
Yeah. So you test yourself every day just to see?
I think about it. I'm like, do I want some vodka today? No, I don't.
All right, that's good. I'm glad you don't. So, all right, hold on one sec. I got to check here. I'm being instructed to check my texts here. Oh yeah, I do have the breaking news about Britney Spears. I didn't get into it, but there was. Did you see what happened with Britney Spears today? What she said?
She finally 5150'd?
No, she claimed that she says that Justin Timberlake got her pregnant when they were 19 years old.
And she had an abortion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Blasphemy.
Isn't that crazy to hear that?
I'm not surprised.
And that he was, he allegedly she felt like she was forced into having it. Even though she was raised not to get one, she was religious.
Oh my God. Anything for this bitch to stay in the spotlight, dude.
Well, she just released a
follow
memoir.
her Instagram. It's absolutely ridiculous, dude. I don't know how this woman is still functioning at any level.
She's got a new book out. It's called, here's the cover, Britney Spears, The Woman in Me. Clearly,
damn, she was so fine back in the day.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's clearly a very old picture. Because man, was she fucking cute. Man, what a good looking girl.
Dude, she looks like she got ran over by a train now. Like she looks horrible.
She did
dog shit bad.
Bad plastic surgery. Gained weight in weird spots. Yeah, but you know what? I'm a fat piece of shit. So who am I to judge a person's body? But definitely not what we were working with when she was. Of course, I mean, we learned about it when she was.
You're also not dancing
old.
on a pole every day on Instagram.
No, just at home, not on Instagram, just by myself.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. If Justin Timberlake ever comes out and responds to it, I don't know. Do you respond to that? Do you, or just let that shit just sit out there?
You don't say shit.
I'm kind of feel the same way.
Isn't he still married to Jessica Biel?
Yeah.
She's smoke show too.
Yeah, not bad. But it's funny. I was talking about this with B1 before the show, and she said, "Well, you know what this means? Bye reunion tour." So we'll, because do you feel like he's gonna say anything about it? I feel like he kind of has to. He's got to say something. He's got to say.
Yeah. Show me the receipts.
Well, that's the thing. Especially if it's not true. I mean, him not saying anything essentially is admitting it. Like, yeah. Which they're 19 years old. I knocked up.
You read a lot into it by him not saying nothing is him admitting to it. Kirk Cousins was alluding to that he wanted a trade and it was nowhere close to being true.
Well, I wasn't saying he was alluding to it. I just was saying that he wasn't saying no. Two very different things. So Justin Timberlake doesn't come out and say, no, this didn't happen. It leaves room for speculation that potentially it did happen. So that's
something that happens when you deny.
Yeah, you might as well lie about it because you could, especially with as crazy she looks all the time, and like she just dancing around with knives and shit,
punching herself in the face, chasing after Victor Wembanyama. All kinds of shit. Like this broad's lost her goddamn mind.
Yeah, it's sad. Apparently, she should have stayed in that conservatorship because shit's just got.
She looks happy as shit, though. Let's be real. It is sad to watch, but she looks so fucking delirious and out there. Like, she's just having fun as fuck. So good for her.
She's living the best
life.
I
was loaded, dude, if I was loaded like that and just had fuck you money for the rest of my life, I'd probably not take my meds and just be a loopy, crazy son of a bitch too.
That might be kind of fun, actually. That would be good. You just stay at home and order Uber Eats all day and play video games and not have any problems.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Just bet, right?
I know, degenerate gambling.
Yeah. So before we wrap the show tonight, Mikey, I'll let you go, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming and hanging on this evening. Love you, my dude. You stay out of trouble. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
I have a email here that I got. I got a direct message earlier from a person who is a big fan of Another Dumb Show. Her name is Emily, and she said to me, "Hey, Dumb, do you want," and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the actual message here, but she said, "Hey, Dumb, do you live close to this specific movie theater because I have 2 tickets to go see the Eras concert movie, the Taylor Swift movie that B1 just saw last week. I have 2 extra tickets for it that I cannot use and I don't want them to go to waste. And from one Swiftie to another, does B1 want the tickets?" So I emailed her. I said, "Let me see if B1 wants them." So I got a hold of B1 and she said, "Yes, sure. I would love to have those tickets." So B1 is going to see I got an email from Emily. It says, hey, Dumb, here are the tickets for Brit. I'm so glad she can use them. Also, I'm really rooting for you guys with 2 little hearts. Take care, Emily. So, Emily, thank you very much for sending those tickets over to B1. She's going to go see it again this weekend. I'm not sure who she's going to go with, but she's very excited about it, and she appreciates it very much. So, I just want to give a shout out to Emily for being kind enough, one Swiftie to another. You guys take care of each other, just like everybody in the chat. You guys go take care of each other in there. You guys gifting out stuff to each other, giving each other memberships and all that good stuff. So good to see that it's moving around into the actual physical world versus just the actual virtual world. So thank you very much, Emily. Again, I appreciate you taking care of B1. She's going to really have a great time because can't get enough of her Taylor Swift. So, all right, guys. I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I'm trying to peek in the chat here, see if I missed anything, but I don't think anybody was speaking directly, so I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, there's even more great news. So there was a second text I missed. That's the big news? That's the big news you wanted me to break to everybody? The Squid Game thing? Where is this? Where is it? Okay, so here we go. This from Secret ADS Mod. She sent this to me and I forgot. And she takes the time to send this stuff, so I have to at least check it and say thank you because I have to be honest with you. I didn't get over to her card today because I had so much other stuff. So thank you, Secret ADS Mod. Now Netflix's Netflix's games, the Squid Games, that show Squid Game, remember that? With the lady shooting the guns, the big robot shooting the guns at all the people. That game is back. The show is back. Why do I keep calling it a game? It's a show. It's a show called Squid Game. It's back. Squid Game, The Challenge. Netflix's reality show based on the Squid Game. Why can't I say Squid Game? Jesus Christ. It's going to pit 456 people against each other for $4.56 million. It's going to be debuting on November 22nd. So I know it's the reality show version of it. So I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean, for Christ's sakes, they're not going to have a Squid Game. They're saying the challenge isn't the only opportunity for people to try Squid Game-like events. They've opened up ticket sales for Squid Game, The Trials, an immersive experience in Los Angeles. Now, Squid Games was cool. I lost interest into it by the end of it. I didn't make it through the whole thing. I'm not going to lie. I kind of lost interest after, several of the games. And so we'll see what's going to happen. I feel like the games aren't going to be that great. Obviously, they're not going to be able to put these people in life or death situations like they were doing in the actual Squid Game show. So it'll be interesting to see what they put together for that show, but I'm not too optimistic about it, to be honest with you. But it's a big prize, $456 million they're giving away. So November 22nd, if you are really into Squid Game, The Challenge, the Netflix reality show will be coming out on November 22nd. So you can enjoy your Thanksgiving watching Squid Game. So, all right, there you go, Secret ADS Mod. Got that in for you. I hope that makes you happy. Thank you for sending it over. I'm going to wrap things up this evening, guys. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We'll be back live tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, the usual time. If you've not already taken a minute to hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, I appreciate it. If you're watching, if you're new to the show, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about when I talk to people in the chat, when we talk about the after shows and things like that, you do have to join our channel to become a member and have access to our after shows. And last night's was a great one. We went for like 2.5 hours, it felt like. It was a really long episode. We had a great time, a lot of laughs in there. With some drama and everything. Had a little bit of everything in there last night. So I always encourage everybody, if you're not already one of the Tier 2 members, the Super League of Dummy members, or not a Team Dumb Ultimate fan, make sure you guys join and get that. That way you have access to those shows. And you can go back and watch all the old ones too and get caught up. So the chat community is a lot of fun. We have a really good time in there. So we'd love to have some more people joining up in there. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight, guys. Again, hit those thumbs up for me. Just a reminder, too, if you guys want to help donate directly to the show and help me directly, you could do that by scanning the Venmo QR code right there. So far, so good. I haven't gotten too much trouble from YouTube by doing that, I don't think, just yet. So I'll pop that back up again here in a sec. Here is the Venmo. If you guys want to scan that QR code, or you can just go to @Sean Street Entertainment. Just type it right in. Sean with a U. Sean Street Entertainment. @Sean Street Entertainment is the Venmo. And if you wanted to go through Cash App, you could do that too. It's just the little $ and then SPD Street. That's the Cash App. So, or you can of course just scan that QR code too. And those are the best ways to donate directly to the show to help support us. So that's going to wrap things up, guys. I am out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.